He knows ship gear sailors on. Say ship.
Here we go, sailors! Here we go!
Pittsburgh Steelers fans, we are going to witness history today. Today is the USFL Championship 2022. G'day, J-Devil. G'day, Pepper. Hey, Sugar. Guys, I'm sorry about the lighting. It's so weird today. It's like cloudy, raining, but there's still like a bit of sunshine. So I was planning to have the window open, but I couldn't do that. So here I am stuck in my room watching USFL, and thank you for joining me. If you're here for 1 minute or 1,000 minutes, thank you. We are watching today the USFL 2022 Championship, Stallions versus Stars. Now, I started to watch at the start, like week 1, 2, and 3, and then it became too hard. It was way too hard for me to actually follow the game. Get your fix with the Wicks. Here we go, son. Stallions about to win this one. If you guys are Vikings fans, I know there's some people out there too. If you're Vikings fans, check this guy out. If you're NFL fan, check out Get Your Fix with the Wicks. Trey's awesome. Does some good content out there. Stallions, I don't know, man. I'm going to barrack for Stars today because the reason why I'm going for the Stars is Birmingham is the home team. So the ultimate underdog is the Stars. So g'day, Gene. How's it going, mate? It should be a bit of fun. Hopefully I will be streaming the whole time. So see how we go. The one thing I find funny though is it's both teams are red. So I guess the dark red is the Stars and the Stallions are white, creamy kind of red as well. So also, guys, this game is being, I know I'm all over it. I'm so excited. I'm excited for USFL football. This game is being played at Canton, Ohio. So this is the first ever championship in Canton, Ohio. If you didn't know that, the first ever championship played here. So, yes, it may not mean anything, but I reckon today's game, if you guys can watch the game somehow, if you're watching me talk about it, big run to the 30. If you're watching me talk about it, also try and watch the game too, because I reckon for a championship, these fellas, they're playing for more money. I'll try and look up the stats. I think each person, if they win, they get $50,000 or something like that. So. Yeah, pretty keen, mate. Pretty keen. So how we all doing? We've got Pepper, J-Devil, Gene, Boo goes. I did miss this, guys. Like, I haven't live streamed a game in forever. So we have Case Cookers at the Philadelphia 30. Man, their uniforms look like the McDonald's though. Big pass over the middle and gets contested. Yeah, their uniforms are like. They're not good, are they? It's like McDonald's. It's the only professional. Oh, there you go. Birmingham. There you go. You should wait from your home state, Alabama. Okay, cool. There you go. Let's see what happens. Like I said, I've watched like the first few weeks, like the first 1, 2, and 3, and then I lost interest because I couldn't get games. Big chance for a sack there. Rolls out, 3rd and 10. Yeah, I couldn't get the opportunity to watch the games. Either they were too early, and then I had no time. But I was like, no, I want to talk about the football today. And yes, they're not the best players, but they're still pretty fun to watch, right? It's gridiron. It's football. It's something to watch. Not a big fan of the USFL drone can though. So already the Stars under pressure. I don't know why. Wait. So they threw the football, right? They threw the football. It was incomplete, and the clock started going. So maybe I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're trying to speed the game up. I'll be switching between the game and Indiana Jones marathon. All right. That's fair enough. And Trey says here from Get Your Fix of the Wicks. Uniforms definitely need, 100%, 110%. So, but yeah, if you guys got any Steeler questions too, I'm a Steeler channel, Steelers Nation Australia. I'm pretty sure I'm on this one. I hope so. Hope not on the other one. Any Steeler questions, put them out. Let's have a good time. Let's enjoy the day. Enjoy the also in Australia too. We're going through more floods again. Australia's going through a lot of floods. I'm okay because I'm up high enough. But yes, we've had rain. Oh my, crumbling. Oh, his back foot. That's a bad pass. 4th and 10. Australia's going through a lot of floods. So that's crazy. We've had so much rain over 3 or 4 days, just bucketing down, hasn't stopped. It's stopped for a little bit now, but it just keeps bucketing down. So I don't get it, right? I think if you throw a pass and it's incomplete, the clock doesn't stop. So this will be a faster game, which is good. Oh man! By the way, there's no there's no alcohol in today's stream. Just iced coffee. Oh, Gene, you got a good question. Ooh. Okay, so Gene says, "Do you think which tight end will start? I think Muth starts. I think this year in 2022, I think it's going to be Muth and Gentry are going to be awesome. So I think the 3 will be Pat Fryermuth number 1, then Zach Gentry will be number 2, but he'll be more on like blocking sets. Maybe not in like he won't be like the go-to receiver, and then probably bring in Connor Hayward as well at number 3. So I think along those lines. All right, we have Jamar Smith, I think, from the Stallions. So yeah, look, pretty much the Stallions have an advantage, right? Being at home the whole time, only lost 1 game. Goes in the backfield. Oh my god! Oh, that quarterback got laid out. Terrell Edmonds. What about him? What I miss? Terrell. Look, I'm a fan. I don't mind Terrell Edmonds, man. I think he's good. I think right now the Steelers safeties, I think we're fine. I think Minkah Fitzpatrick signing that big deal and having his mate Terrell next to him for 1 year, I think we're pretty good. I think people don't understand how good of a tackler that Edmonds can be and how physical Edmonds can be as well. This defense is going to do something as he rolls around the pocket, big throw, wide open catch. All right, to the 40-yard line, Stallions moving down the field. Yeah, like I think people don't count out Terrell Edmonds, man. I know he's only got 1 year, but that's kind of good for us too. The Steelers have him for 1 year. That means, that's a good catch. Bobby Holly. Is that a fullback? Is he a fullback? Man, what a pass. Yeah, I think Terrell Edmonds is pretty good for our team. If he plays well this year, then he may have a chance to go and find other teams. or continue to be a Steeler. But I like the tandem of Minka Fitzpatrick and Terrell. Shotgun handoff to number 11. No idea who that is. Runs up the field for 7 yards. Stallions are already taking over this game. Taking over the game. Okay. Send the reins here. We can absolutely use it. Got a burner. Yeah, it's just crazy. I think sometimes what annoys me most about what I won't talk about the government too much, but what annoys me most is they know the rain's coming, right? They know it's coming, and they just don't prepare. We are more reactive than we are proactive. Let's put it that way. So I send my wishes to everyone because that's a four. Oh, what? Was he allowed to do that? I guess he was allowed to do that. Jamar Smith ran the ball and then he shovel past it in front of him. Shovel pass to the receiver. Man, they're moving down the That's crazy. Yeah, what I'm saying is, well, I just wish we would prepare more as a government and a country for these events to happen because we're so reactive, not proactive in these scenarios. So it's fucking hard. Next question from Trey. Get your fix with the Wicks. Who do you want to see it? You know what? I think it has to be Trubisky. To be honest. I think start with Trubisky, see how well you can go, and then if he plays well, just let Kenny Pickett sit and learn the idea of the offense. Learn how to be a Steeler. Learn how to methodically, slowly go into be a Steeler. And we can win with Trubisky. We definitely can. 2nd and 7, 25 yards out. Stallions football in the USFL Championship 2022 goes over the mid. Oh, there's no one there. I did miss this, by the way. I did miss this a little bit. I'm like the reverse Joe Buck. God, that'd be a lot of fun to be there. I was almost there. I almost went to the Hall of Fame, but the old COVID pandemic got in the way. I was going to see Troy, but the next time I go to Hall of Fame is for Mike Tomlin. I'm going to see Mike Tomlin when he retires. 5 years after that he retires, Jamar Smith, 3rd and 7, pass to the right-hand side. He had that 7. You had that. This is fun. I'm getting excited for football again. Number 7, no idea who that bloke is, but he runs like a post route, super fast off the line, beats a safety. He's wide open, and he just didn't get time on that football. Same thing happened to... Yeah, it's just... Look, man, I just think we need to be, as a society, more prepared. And when I say we, I mean local levels, new state levels and country levels to be prepared for these things, because it always seems like we are proactive, reactive, not proactive. But yeah, we had a lot of rain over 3 days, and people are now flooded on the coast. So 3-0 to Birmingham versus... This is fun. Philadelphia Stars 0. Unbelievable. What am I doing? Because I will be as well. I should be streaming this year, hopefully, if all things go to plan. If I have time, I've been doing some stuff with Uber Eats and trying to make some money now. Doing things with the syndicate as well, Pittsburgh Steelers syndicate. But if I have time, I'll be streaming the games. I will be doing the Hall of Fame game because I love that stuff. The Hall of Fame game will be in the same stadium. The Hall of Fame, Canton, Ohio. So that'd be fantastic. I'll be doing the Steelers games preseason, hopefully too, just to have a bit of a laugh. And I got to think about the season if I were doing the season. So now the times when it's 1 p.m., probably not. That's my 3 a.m. Can't do that. But other than that, man, when I can do them, I probably will. Ship, yeah. How do I? Hang on. Let me do this. That ticket's probably annoying, right? Wait a minute. What if I do that? What the hell? What about that? Whoa, that's big. The DC Metro shuts down for an area for a bit, half an inch. Yeah, right. I'll tell you what, I'll give a shout out, right? As I turn this down a bit. I'll give a shout out. So when I was in New York City, I think it was 2016, 2015 when I was in New York with my mate, right? We were stuck in the big blizzard that happened over like Buffalo, all that way to New York. And the New York City cleaned that city up within half a day. All the airports were shut for half a day. And then about 12 hours later, everything was back to normal. Like they had like 48 to 100, snow plows going through the city, people cleaning the sidewalks. Everything was like, the mayor was like shut down for like, half a day because it was too dangerous to go outside. And then the other half was, okay, back to work and get things functioning. So it can happen. It's just, I think, yeah, natural things are just, I guess it's part of life. Oh, big return. Oh, stonewalled. So this is the point. I know it's early in the game. I really do know it's early in the game, right? Birmingham goes down and gets 3-0. This is the point where if the Stars do not make a first down, they're going to be in trouble early. If they don't make a first down, they're going to be in big trouble. Actually, I haven't got the score. I haven't got anything for the score. Hang on. What I'll do, because I haven't got anything prepared, is just be more talking. What I'll do is this. Let's do this. So do that. Yeah, Stallions 3 stars, 0, 2nd and 5 with Williams in the backfield. Like I said, I have no idea who his players are, but I really don't care. -7 to 2nd and 5 from the 40-yard line. Cookers hands off the 40. Oh, did he drop that? 35 runs to the left-hand side and big gainer. Massive gain play there to the 50. Gene, this is a great question. Gene, great question. So I think with the USFL, now I looked into it a little bit too. I think with the USFL, they have a 2-year contract, but don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure they had the first year they have to play, and second year they're playing with their teams, and then after that, after the league is well established, if anyone knows more than that was a good pass to the outside, great pass number 12. That's a good route. That's how you get back in this game. I think they play for 1 year, being this year the inaugural season. They're coming back at it. They play next year for 2023, and I'm pretty sure they're contracted to those 2 years because the players earn $5,500 per game, I think, and if they win, they earn $7,500. Now, in the championships, in the semifinals, I think the players earn $25,000 each for winning the semifinal, and they earn $50,000 each for winning the championship. So they're playing for something because these players, they're not getting paid a lot of money. Nice pass too. Good route running for number 7. Jukes, he moves to the 20. Yeah. They're so different to NFL players because they're not getting paid the big bucks. And that's what I like about these local levels too, because they're just going out there and playing football. Whereas sometimes when you give someone like a massive deal, like $90 million deal, are you running as hard? Are you hitting as hard? Are you doing all the things you need to do? You're playing to get the money, but when you get the money, what are you doing? So, yeah, Birmingham's a home team. So Stars coming back now. Fast game so far. 20 yards out, 1st and 10. Cookers, hands off, up the middle. No one there. No run defense. See you later, mate. Yeah, so that's what I like. And also, you know what I like about these leagues? And even though I haven't watched it, right? I love the fact I love the fact that these young fellas get a chance to play. 110%. Right? And Trey says here, I don't think any of these guys are good enough to play in the NFL, unfortunately. That's okay. Some may make it to the NFL, sure, and some may not. However, these guys being third string, fourth string, fifth string, in some cases, they get a chance to play. And that's the best thing. That's the best thing about it. So I want the USFL, the XFL to put on pressure for the NFL. Make them nervous, man. Make them nervous because these young fellas, 40-odd fellas for each team, quarterbacks. There's only 32 quarterbacks in the league, right? They're not that bad. Yeah, it gives the young fellas a chance. If you can't make it to the NFL, you now have the USFL and the XFL. That's 3 leagues to where you can go out, do what you love to do, and go out and make some money. So who knows? But it looks like here the Stars are coming back. No, I'm going to delete these ads. Because, like, you know, the guys that get cut, like, so say the guys that get cut, 90-man roster goes down to 53. Where are those guys going to go? They got to go somewhere. So maybe they can go to the USFL. Maybe they can go to, you know, the XFL. I don't know. But let me, I'm going to look up the contract. How long are the USFL contracts? I think it's 2 years. Okay. So it's a 1 year, a 1 year contract with a 1 year option. So maybe guys might go to USFL as well. Yeah, it's something like that. I know they can definitely go to the NFL or go to XFL too. But today we're watching the 2022 USFL Championship, first in history. Well, not in history because they had one in 1984. But it's coming back. Yeah, exactly. At least they can get some extra exactly, yeah. I think for gridiron and for American football, having another league is beneficial for everyone. It puts pressure on the NFL to do better. And it gives these guys a chance, the young guards, the running backs, cornerbacks, gives them a chance as well. Oh yeah, I remember that, dude. I wasn't paying attention, but I remember seeing that as well. 2nd and 4 handoff, Stars at the middle, good run for 10 yards. Yeah, it gives them a chance to actually just do what they love doing. 3rd and 1, they're like 10 yards out. All right, what's today? Today is what's today? The Hangover? No, it's not the Hangover. Is it the Hangover today? Oh no, it's Q&A today. Q&A. All right, enjoy. Q&A on. I'm not too sure who's rostered. 3rd and 1. Stars can go up here 7-3. Got stonewalled. It's kind of weird saying 2 Stars. Like every time I think Stars, I think Dallas Stars. So Philadelphia Stars, and I always think the hockey team. So he missed his block. 2 blokes come in there from the Stallions, wrap him up. See you later, mate. It's going to be 4th and something, and field goal, 3-3. Gene, I have no idea what that means. To me, it seems like a Bellator versus UFC. No idea what that means. All right. Oh, MMA. Okay, dude, I haven't watched the USFL in like forever, in a long time. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go through some stats, through some USFL 2022 stats. I didn't see any of these teams. So go to Fox Sports. So the Stars won 6-4. They beat the Generals, who won 9-1. Stallions only lost one game. Do I have player stats? So Jamar Smith for Birmingham, the guy's playing for their quarterback, he threw for 1,500 yards. It's hard to compare though because we don't know. It's only an 10-game season. But the other guy, where's Case Cookers? Where's he at? Cookers threw for 13, so they're pretty similar. Tell you what though, there's still. Yeah, I know, right? Okay, Ryan. Bellator is another MMA organization, second or third in size. Never heard of that in my life, eh? Never heard that in my life. But I don't watch the USFL. I don't watch the UFC anymore. Yeah, the one thing is though, I guess about these leagues, there's still ads. That's the one part I can't handle. It's like I just want to watch the team play. Like you watch the game and then the ads come on for like 30, 40, 2 minutes. So Birmingham beat the Breakers, New Orleans Breakers 31-17 last week to set up the championship. Early days, look, it's only 8 teams. So you've got 1 in 8 chance, but there's a big difference between these teams. Between I watched a bit of what is it? The Pittsburgh Maulers. They were terrible this year. It was very hard to watch them. Same with the Michigan Panthers. They were really hard to watch too. So there are some really good teams like the 2 in the final, and there are teams like those 2. So these will be the top 2, and the other 2, the bottom 2, would be the Michigan Panthers and the Maulers. Returns up the mid. No, to the outside. Oh, he's got a breakaway, mate. You got that. Smacked. To the 50. Who? Alexander. That looks like a Volkswagen. Alexander Volkswagen won his championship. Dude, I'm not keeping up, eh? It's hard enough to keep up with the Steelers stuff all the time. Yeah, they fired a dude over that. That's crazy. I made a video on that on my other channel I was doing at this time, but that's just. Oh, Victor Bold, I didn't know that guy. That's crazy, man. Tom Grossi loves really. I don't know. This game is fast so far. 1st and 10 from the 50. Jamar Smith is passing to the outside. Number 4 goes backwards 5 yards, gets tackled, makes 1 yard. To the 50. To the 40. To the 30. How do I 2nd and 9, he made 1 yard from the 49. Running back in motion because I don't know his name. Jamar Smith under pressure. Nice pass. No one around him. The cornerback's nowhere near him. Victor Bolden, number 7, to the 40. Imagine if you were a commentator and you had to learn all these dudes' names. If you had to learn every single dude's name. That'd be so hard to do. Oh, man. 3rd and 2. Going real fast and false start. Like, imagine if you had to learn all 22 guys. Oh, man. Because even the refs don't call them by their name. The refs call them by their number. Now they're 3rd and 7. And I just don't understand it. So the clock doesn't stop. The clock doesn't stop in penalties. I think that's only the first quarter. Is it the first and third quarter? The clock doesn't stop. I think they changed the rule. 3rd and 7. Number 6. Pass. Oh, mate. No idea how he got that. He should have been wrapped up. Yeah, I give him, besides Tony Romo, I give him much respect. Can't stand Romo, but, everyone else is good. "17 got away from 2 tackles from 2 circle spin moves." G'day, State. What's going on, mate? How are you? Stay the Steelers. Check him out too, man. Another up-and-coming YouTuber or content creator, Stay the Steelers, which also sick name. I wish my name was that. Oh, huge run. See you later, mate. 29 to the house. Wow. Now here's a guy. Here's a guy. Here's a guy. Now here's a guy. Oh my, on this play, here's a guy. That's my American accent. Now here's a guy that ran 40 yards. It's a good American accent. What we're going to do is this. Dude, that was a good run. 40 yards out, goes to the right-hand side. They over-pursue. The middle linebacker over-pursues. Safety can't tackle him. 20 yards and runs away for a touchdown. Stallions 10. Stars 3. Really? You take Romo over Aikman and Buck? I don't know, dude. Yeah, I don't know the names. I don't know who they are. Scarborough. Ooh, 10-3. If I do that, there we go. That's my score for today. Yeah, I can't stand Romo, man. And you know what? Tom Brady's going to be the same. When Brady's going to call games next year when he retires, and I can't stand Brady. So I'm going to have to watch American football, Steeler games with Tony Romo, who I couldn't stand as a player either, and Tom Brady, who I can't stand as a player because he's too good. He's won, 6 out of 9? Ugh. So I've got to listen to him. I got to figure out how to do the Steelers radio. It's just terrible. Holy dooly. But yeah, man, check out Stay the Steelers. You have a chance for his YouTube stuff. He's killing it over there. He's on 200,000 subscribers or something like that. Actually, he doesn't need any more help. He's on too much. He's going too well. Right, am I French? Pepper? Just when you think he's gone. Just when you think that Brady's gone and he will retire, it's like, so I have to watch you again this year. By the way, the Steelers versus Buccaneers at home. I think the Steelers go out and beat Brady. I think this year he's too slow. I think Brady is too slow this year. I think we go and beat him, right? But we have to watch Brady all year again. And then when his time's up, we have to listen to him call games. Right? Nah, man, you're doing well, man. You're doing real well. I tell you. It's good fun, though. You're doing real well. You know why I'm sick of it? You know the reason why I'm sick of Brady? Hear me out. The reason why I'm sick of Brady is he consistently talks about consistently talks about him having a chip on his shoulder. You have now won 6 Super Bowls out of 9. I'm pretty sure there is no chip on your shoulder anymore. None. That part I don't get anymore. Yeah, I try and put Steelers Nation radio on, but the only thing is, when I watch the games, the visuals don't act up with the audio. The audio is behind about 30 seconds, so I can't get it to be the same. So I have to listen to them. But yeah, Brady. Yeah. Oh, he's oh. Also, guys, everyone in America, you've got what 4th of July tomorrow. So happy Independence Day to everyone. Yeah, today's your 3rd of July. Tomorrow's your 4th of July. So hopefully you guys are having a good time. Barbecue with friends and family. Getting on the beers, having a few cocktails. I know Pepper will be. Hopefully you guys, if you are working, you still get a bit of time to chill out because it'll be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I have a video coming out tomorrow. It's really long, but if you guys want to watch it, it's about 15 minutes long. I talk about my number 12 is tiny. I talk about myself and my dad going over to America. So it's about 12 minutes long or whatever. It's a lot of pictures. We went to New York, Philadelphia, Gettysburg, Washington. I go through all that, and it's like I love the American culture. I love it. I love all that stuff. Oh, you're working, Pepper. That's all right. That's all right. It's all right. You've got the power. When people come in drunk, you can deny them. You'd be like, nah, you're too pissed to get out of here, mate. You're too pissed. Sorry. Yeah. Was it Brian Brown who before said that the quarterbacks are pretty bad? They are pretty bad. But yeah, man, everyone, hopefully you guys enjoy your 4th of July. Happy Independence Day. I know America's going through a funny time. So is Australia. Everyone's going for a funny time. But I hope everything is good. 3rd and 7, and the time runs out. Delay a game. Is this something where do the Stars get blown out? I've been to Texas, man. I've been to Texas. I went to Houston. I've been to Dallas. I've been to Houston, and where else did I go? No, I think that was it. I've been to Dallas for 2 days or 3 days, and I've been to Houston. I went to Houston for Super Bowl 51 when it was the Brady Patriots versus the Atlanta Falcons, and 28-3, and they fucked up. Texas is mad. They're very, same as like with Pepper in Alabama. It's like you guys are very friendly towards tourists and that kind of stuff. So it is so much fun down there. Love going to the bars, love hanging out with people, love talking football and having fun. Like it's amazing. You guys are so cool. You go to a cafe and you start your order and they're like, "Oh my God, you from Australia?" And you're like, "Yeah, dude." So yeah, it's a good time. Gene's going for a 5-hour trip to pick up a dog. That's commitment, mate. 5 hours to pick up a dog. Although dogs are cool, though. Dogs are the best. Dogs are better than people. That's cool. Texas fun, but only have been to DC for big fireworks. Yeah, so if you guys get a chance, I know you guys are busy, but I'm not too sure how many people will see it, but that's okay. It's just my holiday with my dad going to America. So it was pretty fun. Yeah, went to New York. We went to Philadelphia. Fantastic, by the way. All the history there. We learned, Liberty Bell. We learned about the Independence Hall. We learned all that kind of stuff. Benjamin Franklin Museum. I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. I had to sneeze. We then went to Washington too. I didn't realize how big Washington was. Washington's so big. Just the streets are like 5 streets wide. We went to Gettysburg. Gettysburg was pretty cool for the history, Civil War. And then from Gettysburg to Pittsburgh. And I went on a Heinz history museum tour, Heinz Field tour. Took my dad to Mount Washington, that kind of stuff. Yeah, good fun. And then we end up in Buffalo to Niagara Falls. So, yeah, thank you, Pepper. Man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the rain's been making stuff up. Oh, man. State, me and my mate Brady at the time, I had a mate Brady who was a Pats fan. We went to Houston. We almost went to San Antonio. We tried to get a lift with these two girls because they were going that way. But they they respectfully denied us. So we met these two girls in a hostel, and I was like, well, any chance you can drive us out that way and we'll find our way back? But they were like, nah, unfortunately can't. I was like, okay, that's fair enough. But yeah, San Antonio would be cool. USFL Championship Fox. I want to go back though. I want to go back to America when I can. I got to save some money up though. Is that? Oh yeah, they got the Stallions. That's cool. They got the Stallions logo and the Stars logo, the same thing. Yeah, that's true. True. Boston as well. So I've been to New York. Mount. I don't know what Mount Vernon is, but yeah, it's just fun. The American culture is so fun. Big pass, one-handed catch. Nah, shoot. Flag. So I think that means, if you don't know, State, I think hey, State, I'm not too sure if you know about this, but I'm pretty sure DFW means Dallas Fort Worth. Just let you know. If you didn't know, now you know. All right? Pass interference. Because, some people don't know those abbreviations. Oh, yeah, he got done. Is that... Oh, you know what? So when myself and my dad were in... where were we? In Philadelphia, born and raised. No. In Philadelphia, right? We were... where were... We went to the museum, the Revolutionary War, right? During this could have been in like, I know a little bit about history, right? I know enough. So the Revolutionary War in 1776 was when the independence was signed, and then there was like a war that you guys were fighting with the British. Pretty much, the British was like coming over and saying, "Hey, we want your land," and the Americans were like, "Fuck no, you're not taking my land." And then you started shooting guns at them. That's awesome, Gene. Yeah, you started shooting guns at them, and the British was like, "Why are you shooting guns at us? It's our land." And then you shot guns at each other for years and years and years. And then eventually you pushed the British out back to England, and then they sent the convicts in England to Australia, right? But what I found, what was crazy was, I went to the Revolutionary War Museum. It was fantastic, and they had an exhibition on, right? With George Washington, and I saw George Washington's tent, his military tent, right? They did like a whole production on this thing, and then what happened near the end was the screen lifted up, and you see his actual tent. It was pretty chilling. Like I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty. Cookers, what are you doing, mate? Pass it. What are you doing? Oh my lord. Yeah. With help from the French, there you go. Right. So there's a lot to this stuff. Like I think a lot of people don't understand how much history is involved, and I still need to do more research. However, I know enough. So I went and I saw George Washington's tent, right? His war tent, and that was so chilling because it was the exact same tent that he had used during that war. And I didn't know at the time, but I think George Washington is your first president. So he was like your commander, like commander in chief, and then he turned into your first president after they signed the independence. What I do know as well is that George Washington he wasn't the one who signed it. Another bloke signed it, right? And there was like 4 fellas who signed it. I'm doing a really bad job, but I'm like, there were 4 fellas who signed the independence thingo to say, look, the 12 colonies or whoever we are, we don't want to be a part of your shit anymore. You can fuck off. You can go away. Otherwise, we're going to shoot you. And that war went on for like 10 years, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, he was the first, right? And then I was researching against stuff with like, I think it might have been uh, Abraham Lincoln who decided to, he wanted when he ended slavery. That I didn't know this, right? That when he said and it makes sense when Abraham Lincoln ended slavery with that 4 scores and 7 acres and that speech. I actually went to in Gettysburg as well. Me and my dad went to Abraham Lincoln. We went to the same house that he was sitting in the night before. Like we saw his bed, we saw his chair. Like we were in the same spot that Abraham Lincoln the next day came out and made that big speech. It was crazy. So crazy to be a part of that. But I didn't realize that when he said he ended slavery, that in some states in America, like down south, it took him like 2 years to get the message. Because you think about it, there's no what? There's no Facebook or social media or internet, right? So when he made that speech, that notion or that act, yes, it meant I cannot pronounce that Emancipation Proclamation. When he pronounced that, right? What happened what happened is that some states didn't act on that for 2 or 3 years later, which is crazy. But it makes sense because maybe they didn't want it, didn't want to act on it, or they just didn't get the message. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I saw a video the other day. What is it? 4 score and 7 acres ago? Is that it? Look, man, I'm trying my best. I do know a bit of history about the United States, but it was so cool to be there. Like Abraham, I saw George Washington's tent, and I was a part of Abraham Lincoln's like hotel house. It was amazing. Makes me want to go. Like, you know what? I might watch a movie or something tonight. I might. There is so much rich history. Even being a part of like the Gettysburg, right? Now, the reason why I wanted to go to Gettysburg all my life was because that movie from Remember the Titans, when they go to Gettysburg and Denzel Washington, probably the best actor ever alive, right? Denzel Washington is fantastic in anything. He says to his squad and the fellas, he says, well, you're all a bunch of chumps. You're all fighting each other. He said, in this field over here, over 30,000, 40,000 men died or, went and fought as a band of brothers, right? Band of brothers. And when I saw that movie in 2000, I was like, I always had that notion in my head. I've got to go to Gettysburg. And there was so much rich history to get to see and find out. It was fantastic. And me and Dad had the best time too, learning all about the Civil War. And look, it's horrible, right? But it happened. It happened. So, and I honestly don't know overall who was who. There was Confederates and I can't remember the Confederates in the Union. I can't remember who was who, right? Or who was right, who was wrong. But overall, that Civil War in Gettysburg over that 3-day period was crazy. There was like 1,100 to 1,500 monuments in Gettysburg. And in Gettysburg as well, I was talking to a bloke, and I'm ruining half my video for tomorrow, but it doesn't matter. I was talking to a bloke over there, and I said, are there any ghosts in Gettysburg? And he said to me, there's no ghosts in Gettysburg, but you might be standing on 3 bodies. And I went, shoot me dead. Like, because the whole town of Gettysburg, 90-odd thousand people got injured and 30-odd thousand died. And they didn't have time over the 3 days to bury anyone. So they buried them where they stood. So where they were shot, they just did their best to bury them there. It's crazy, man. It's like, it's a crazy, a civil war broke out in your country back in the day. And hopefully it won't happen again. But like, it's amazing history in that. And me and Dad were just blown away on this tour. Gettysburg is such a lovely place too. It's such a cool and calming place. But you go to bed at night time, and you think only what 200 years ago or whatever it was, right? There was a massive battle, and you can't get that out of your head. When you're staying there, we stayed in a nice hotel. Actually, I got to steal a story as well from there too. But when we were staying there in the Gettysburg Hotel, you can't get out of your head that all around you would have been gunfire, would have been cannons, would have been people, shooting one another. Just that over the 3 or 4 day period, and then I think that's when Abraham Lincoln came out the end or whatever. So it's crazy, crazy. But I'll tell you still a story. So we were staying in Gettysburg at the hotel, right? And when I travel, I do this stuff all the time. So when I travel, I take souvenirs with me. And if I meet people who I like or I think are a cool person or that maybe have like changed my trip, or I had a good conversation with them, I might leave them like a souvenir, like a key ring or something like that, right? So we met this lady who was a cleaner for the hotel. Super nice lady, like such a nice lady. And me and Dad were talking to her. I was telling her how I support the team, Pittsburgh Steelers. And I found out that she was a massive fan too. She was a big fan of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And as I started to realize that, I had a keychain of the Pittsburgh Steelers in my bag because my other friend, Gil, had given that to me as a present when I was in Washington. So my other friend from America had given that to me. And I already have this keychain. I already have the exact same one. So I don't need another one, right? So as I was talking to, the Stallions at one. As I was talking to this lady, super nice, I was like, "You're so cool, man." I was like, "You're heaps cool. I want you to have this keychain." And she was so happy. She was so happy that she was like, she'd been given a gift from me. Steelers keyring. That's all it was. So, but that's I do that all the time. If I'm traveling overseas, I'll take like souvenirs, like mini boomerangs or tea towels, little koala bears. If it's like for a lady or for a little kid, if I meet like a little kid who's cool, and their mum's cool or whatever, I'll be like, have a koala bear. So yeah, it's good fun. Good fun. We used to bike. Yeah. Look, America's awesome. All right, back to the game. But yeah, I need to. You know what? I'm gonna watch that tonight. Something about the Civil War. I'm gonna watch something tonight. Oh, Victor Bolden almost got the first down. That cornerback missed the whole thing. Third and 2. Wait, are we 10-3 still? Yep. Okay, 3rd and 2. Jamar. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's the. Oh, he should have picked it off. All right, I just read that. So okay, I got a theory for you. I'm telling you right now. Here's my theory. Nicolas Cage, he only has one way how to act. Nicolas Cage, in every single film he does, he only knows how to act worried. Like that's all he knows. He only ever knows in National Treasure, Con Air, in some of the other films. He just goes crazy. There's a YouTube video out there of Nicolas Cage. He goes crazy for 17 minutes. He only knows how to act worried. It's funny as. Yeah, what the? Yeah, the quarterbacks are on the back foot. Yeah, 100%. I was watching I watched one the other last night. I watched for about I think it was on the Independence Day. I watched a bit of that. Yeah, that's it. Gone in 50 seconds. Yeah, he's just always 60. He's always just super worried. He's always like, it's the same. I don't even know how to explain it, but he's always just super worried or super just fearful or like anxiety driven everything he does. He's like, oh. Trey man. So yeah, I got a thing too. I'm not gonna go see Big Ben, but I will save money to see Mike Tomlin because Mike Tomlin gives me more time. So Mike Tomlin hopefully won't retire for another 5 years. So that would be 2032 when I'm like 42 years old. So I will go and see Mike Tomlin. That's my next one. I almost bought. I had a lot of money going to see Troy. I paid 4,500. I've got it all back, but then the pandemic happened. And then I was like, fucking hell. So yeah, I would go and see Mike Tomlin, not Big Ben. Gives me more time to save. Well. Who's got the ball now? Who is it? Star got the ball? See, it looks like a good, even out there too in Kenton, Ohio, it looks like a nice day. Can you hear the fox? Yeah. So Stars are first and 10, 45 yards out. Can tie the game. I have a chance to tie the game up. They're going a lot of shotgun. I realize they're not running the football as much. See the chance, runs away. Cookers to the 30. Keep going, son. Oh, g'day, Travis. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's kind of fun though. Wow. Oh. Is that your impersonation of Nicolas Cage? Wow. Well, no, that's the other dude. Wow. Who's that dude? Who's that? Hang on. Is that from a line? No, that's funny. Travis, they lost one game. And the Stars are 6-0. My fumble the snap. You lost it, mate. Good pass away. At least if they catch it. Oh, it's catchable, dude. Oh, Stars are in their own way. It's 85 and sunny. I think that's pretty warm. I think it's warm. Get your fix with Wicks. Says Trey says, do you think TJ Watt wins Defensive Player of the Year? I think there's a big chance. I'm telling you, there's a big chance he can go off again. TJ's not done. I think he can. There's a big chance. Wow. Oh, he's not too bad either, but he kind of plays the same role as well. You know, Owen Wilson is always the like chilled out dude, the same kind of role every time. Wow. Yeah, he did too. He did, Jen. Yeah, but yes. 2nd and 20. Man. Cooker says we're good. Get him, Cookers. Hand off. Is that Scooby? Yeah, 33, Scooby right. Wow. Oh, I think the Philadelphia Stars are a bit of trouble. Cookers can't move the ball. Third and 16. You can't do anything with 3rd and 16. There's no way. You're either gonna run a halfback. Man, Scooby Wright looks like the dude from the Replacements. You know, the guy who's like, I see red. Scooby Doo, get him. Oh, big play, nice play for number 2. They stuffed up. Stallions stuffed up a 3rd and 16. Defs. So it's almost like a rub route, but the defense doesn't. Oh, that's such an idiot move. I see. They had all the receivers going one way and then the other way. Hot in Iowa. Temps over 100, just awful. I can't wait till summer's over. I hate this so much. Yeah, it's hot, man. We have the same here. Screen pass, fumble. Ooh. Yeah, we have about 100. Like we can have heat waves from around 100 all the time. It's about 35 degrees. We're used to it though. We don't like it either, but we're kind of used to the hot. Second and 10. Yeah, if you guys are watching the game too, Scooby Wright, number 33. He's the middle linebacker. The guy in motion now. Fake pass. Deep to the corner. Nice catch, number 2. Touchdown. Jordan Swoop. Good catch. Yeah, look, I don't know. Look, it's so hard to know. I think it's so hard. I do Celsius. I don't know. I'm not even going to try. 10 versus 10. 10-10. G'day, low quality. What's going on? Perfect 76. This is so. Wait, did he miss that? Oh, he missed it. What? That's crazy. 10-9. USFL championship. 24. Okay, look, yeah, I Devil man, I need a freaking converter. I really do. It's so hard. It just fucks with your head. I'm back. That was a catch. The play before the one they were. Yeah. No, it's catch. Yeah, 100%. It's been 32-40. Oh, in your car. Yo, that's hot. We get that too. That's Where Pepper's from is how it's pretty the same as from wine in the summer. It's around 35. Can get up to 40 sometimes. Can be super hot. 35 to 36. That's like you're 100. Yeah, true. Oh, would I catch a football from Big Ben or throw one to AB? That's a very, very difficult question. I think you would get more satisfaction out of catching a ball from someone throwing it. If that makes sense. Big Ben, if I go on a route, if I run like a slant route or like a, an in route, I don't know. That's such a hard question. Catch a football from Big Ben or throw one to Antonio Brown before the clan era. So when he was good, because I've got Antonio Brown's jersey. So I could be quarterback, and I'd be like, yo, what's going on? And AB's like, hey man, throw me a pass. I'm like, okay. Or I can be like, run a route and get one for Big Ben. I think I'll go with Big Ben. Do you know why? Because it's a better story saying I once caught a catch from Big Ben threw me the football one time, rather than now Crazy Brown throwing to him. So I'll probably go Big Ben. Yeah, 35 to me is degrees, 35 Celsius. So that's like your 90. You can stand still here, true. Yeah, I'd probably say Big Ben. I don't know. It's a hard question. So we've got a tie ball game here. AB was cool. Man, AB was one of the best players I've ever seen play the game. He just went nuts. Big run by Victor Bolden. He just went super nuts. Yeah. 10-9. I thought I had it up. Here we go. 10-9. 10-9. Second quarter. Jamar. Did he catch that? Victor Bolden got 7. That little drone thing's like it's getting him away. I thought the drone was a football for a minute. Jamar Smith, 6 for 9, 55 yards. Sorry, 7 for 10, 74 yards. See, that's warm. That is hot. Like that's Pepper, exact same as me. When it's summer, it's around 35. And when it's real hot, it's like 39 to 42, 43. And it's like, oh man, it's just so uncomfortable. Right now, we're in winter, so around like 15, maybe like 30, 40 degrees, I think. 40 yards out, plenty of time in the pocket. That's a holding for sure. Big pass, wide open, catch TD. Done. He had too much time. Number 17, Marlon Williams. Huge play. So far, he had too much time in the pocket. He just ran a brilliant route that went over the top of the safety, and you can't defend that. No way. He even threw the ball even lower. Okay. So 17-9, we're in. Ooh, 17-9, Stallions. I need to buy a house in Australia so I can permanently leave summer, go there during summer, and come back. Yeah, it can be that. That would work. It's exactly the opposite. Trey, 100%, dude. That was a big play. There was that offensive line held him up enough time to have Jamar Chase to zing that ball, and that route was fantastic as well. Bills, nah, I don't think so. Steelers, mate. yeah, Brian, 100%. Oh, that's just why I need. So I need the Fahrenheit to Celsius. So 102. Yeah, 102 is hot. That's super hot. Anything over 100, anything around 90, hot. Yeah, that's ridiculous, Pepper. That's exactly the same as me. So 44, what's 44? Like 110? Yeah. Anything 100. We've had heat waves in Australia that can go for like we have heat waves in Australia where it can go for 3 or 4 or 5 days of like 110, and it's just hot, and you just like, I don't want to be here. It's too hot. 134. See, that's hot. What's that? That's 56 degrees. That's like you're dying. I can't even imagine. Oh, I really kind of meant that you wouldn't want to go outside. Oh man. Yeah, this is the disconnect, right? So I measure in Celsius and kilometers, and you guys do Fahrenheit and miles. That's the disconnect. Jed Devil says Americans measure in freedom. Freedom. Yeah, I love it. I love what you guys do. I love how you have the Bill of Rights. And back to the 4th of July talk, I love how you have the Constitution. I love that. I love the freedom that you have. In Australia, we don't have that. We don't have any rights. It's getting crazy over here, but I won't go down that road just yet. But yeah, I love the fact that you guys have that. Jamar Smith is going off. 2 TDs. You know what? Watching this game, right? I don't think the Stars can come back. This Stallions offense is just better. What hang on. 20. Oh, big tackle. Remember as well, they can also go through 1 point for a field goal, 2 points for, 2 yards out, and 10 yards out, they go to 3 points too. Oh, sorry, Smith has 1 TD. Let's turn up a bit, mate. Case Cougars. Hand off to 26, 25. Big play for 7 yards. Slow the game down. Pepper, where you going? You going Pittsburgh? July 10th, it was 56 degrees. That's insane. 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Nice, big play. 25. Oh, penalty. No. That's insane. In Death Valley. That sounds bad. That sounds real bad. Scooby-Doo got blocked. It seems to be like on defense, a lot of the defensive assignments that are getting broken. 1st and 10 from 45 yards out. Philadelphia down by 8 points. Hand off to whoever that is. Up the middle. What a big gainer. Oh, dude, what a big run. Number 12. That's that's crazy. Yeah, what is WTH? What's that stand for? What the hit? West Coast for a convention of consumers. Cool, man. Have a good time, Pepper. Have a good time. That guy went right up there. Jeez. 1st and 10, 45 yards out. Then shotgun again. Chris Rowland with a big rush. Oh, sack. No, you sacked? Yeah. Oh, threw it away. It's not a fumble. What are you doing? The hottest day in 2021 was July 9th. Coincidence? Maybe. Oh, what's going on? I saw a 44-minute document today from a channel called Secret Base, how the Steelers 1976 blowout of the Baltimore Colts may wait. Why did it save lives? Okay. Not long after the game, there was a plane crash in the stands. Had the game not been a blowout, the fans would have stayed. Wow. The Colts fans would have stayed in the stands. Lots of potential deaths as it was 0 fatalities. And that's what I say. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So it got blown out. The plane crashed. No fans there because they didn't want to be there. That's crazy. I'll have to look that up. Secret base, is it? I'll write that down. Cookus has been on the run. Cookus. Oh, Cookus, what are you doing? Oh. He's read more than my homies. Secret base, is it? Secret base 1976. That's crazy. So they scored all the points. The Colts fans leave, and the plane crashes. There you go. That's everything happens for a reason, right? Everything happens for a reason. I'm telling you. Stay the Steelers. What do you think of the uniforms? You know what? They're growing on me. The more I watch, they're growing on me. Like the stars look like McDonald's uniforms, you know, in the 90s. Who remembers like in the 90s or the 2000s or whatever that McDonald's had the same kind of uniforms? Like they're growing on me a little bit. Stallions are pretty average. Like they're a clean cut, like cream. What's that? Cream and white and red, I guess. I don't like the fact that all the there's about 6 out of 8 teams have red in them or some form of red. I think they should change it up. Like I think when the new teams come in, definitely change it up. But I'm happy. You know what, man? As long as I watch football, as long as I can do this stuff, I want to see it be successful because the Stars uniforms are growing on me over this game. Big tackle. Like you think of the NFL has got 100 years history. So the USFL just coming back for the first season, you can't blow them out of the water just yet. You got to think, well, take their time and establish yourself to be a league. And when the XFL comes back too, it's going to be more fun. So, and I think, you know what's fun about sports? Anything to do with playoffs or championship is fun. Like when you go out, I'm not a big fan of hockey, but I like to watch hockey because the NHL is fun to watch in playoff time. Anywhere, any sport, there is a chance where one team loses and goes home and one team wins. It's pretty fun to watch because you now have the Stallions have an 8-point lead, trying to run down the clock. It's a first down, 2nd and 4. He's going sideways, bounce out to the left-hand side. Oh, 25's gone all the way to Scarborough. He's got no jets. He's got Benny, no jets. He asked for a block. He gets tackled. There's a flag. It was literally just like asking someone for a block. Dude, he's a big unit too. He was out of gas. Come on, man. Oh, it's going to come back. The best play of the game is going to come back. All right, let's catch up. So Travis says the playoff game in December was okay. Yeah, I'm going to look that up. That's a crazy story. Um, 76 plane crash was pre-game before anyone in the stadium. Okay, that's fair enough. The dude was trying to land. There you go. 100%. Yeah, the Maulers. I think what the Maulers did, Trey, They went like purple, orange kind of style, but they're trying to. Yes, they're a Pittsburgh team, but they're trying to be a bit different, I think, from the Steelers. But I would love to see them as well wear the black and gold. Oh, let it play. That was a good run. He bounced that, went like horizontal, and he bounced to the outside, and he ran out of gas. He was asking his teammate, "Come over, mate." Oh, I hope so. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a burger, to be honest. All right, so you guys can hash it out. You guys hash it out and figure it out. I would watch the thing regardless. Who we got here? Oh, g'day, Sparkin. What's going on, mate? How are you? I got both Trey in here, and if you guys want to check out his content too, Denver stuff. You guys are Denver's fans. Oh, you know what? Hey, man, I had a rule. Should I block Emmanuel? If you read in my description today, hang on, let me go to my description. So I had a rule today. I said, if you ask me, but I said if you disrespect me, though. If you disrespect me, then I'm going to block you. That was the rule. So I'll quote what I say, and you guys can decide. In my description, I said, hang on. I said, if you ask me to show the game while being disrespectful, show the game, idiot, then you're blocked. You're gone. My YouTube, my rules. Deal with it. Now, this person, Emmanuel, can you please show the game? Show the game, please. Isn't that bad? So I won't block you. So the run stands. I'm doing well, mate. Oh, you know what? You know the hardest part of like doing commentary and stuff. I get like it's only me mucking around, but the hardest part is changing the adjectives. That's probably the hardest part. He's thinking of new words to say. So yeah, we'll keep you, Emmanuel. Hit that sub. All right, 2-minute warning. Yeah. If I do this, look, it's in the title. So, you know what happens. If you ask me, if you say "show the game, idiot," turn the game on, you loser. Then I just block you. You're done. See you later, mate. It's goodbye. You know, if yeah, let's hang on. Word of the day. How would you do that? To use. Oh man, hang on. Adjective. Add. Oh, I'll have to. Yeah, I'll need a thesaurus. I think I will. Good run though. But yeah, we got Sparkin in here. So Sparkin's a good dude. Denver guy. Doing some cool things over there too. So funny. Wait a minute. That's what I need. Oh, that's a good beer. 2 minutes to halftime, and we have 17-9, Stallions 17-9, and they're going the second and goal at the Philadelphia 4. They can not put this game away. They can have a chance to put it away. If they score another touchdown, that's going to be 26-9, 27, and they get a point. So 27-9 is pretty big. That guy who ran the football, Scarborough, 69 yards long. And he's got 125 yards on the day. MVP so far. They're showing the Hall of Fame. I've been there once. Hall of Fame's great. If you guys ever get a chance, man, go to the Hall of Fame. Russ win is. I reckon. I know if Sparkin's over there too, if Gage is still in there, I think he got a good chance to win the West. I really do. Russell Wilson is a good quarterback. Second and goal, 2 minutes ago. Hand off to Scarborough fell over. All that good work, and he tripped over his own feet. Nah, it's 11 a.m., Travis. 11 a.m. You just saw someone eat a giant roly-poly or whatever. That's weird, dude. I don't know. Yeah, why would they eat bugs? You don't eat bugs. Eat steak. Oh, you idiot, Stars. Personal foul, and they get a fresh set of downs. Third down, now it's first. Yeah, that's unreal. Like, man, I actually, if I ever get a chance, I want to go work for the Hall of Fame. I just want to work there for a year or something. If I can get a visa, I would love to work for the Hall of Fame just for 1 year. 1 year. 1 year. And see what happens. I think it'd be a lot of fun. You can do tours. You can talk about football every day. First and goal from 5 yards out. They have three. What the hell? Two back set with a fullback. It's amazing. They had three running backs. Yeah, Travis, man, the game started about 9:30 a.m. Yeah. If I get a chance, I got to try and figure out if I can ever get a chance to work in America, I definitely would apply for the Hall of Fame. Just because I think it'd be fun. I think it'd be so much fun. Second and goal, minute 20 to go. They've got one timeout left. They're running another heavy package again. Three backs in the backfield, 44 in the middle as a fullback. Jamar Smith under center. Hand off the same exact play. Flag. Yeah, I will stick to steak. Steak is fine for me. What the hell's going on? 10 seconds. Full start. Do you want 10 seconds? Say it again. False start 44. 8 p.m. That's awesome. So it's your Sunday evening. You guys have American holiday tomorrow, Independence Day. You're having barbecues, friends and family. You know, hopefully you can do that stuff. It's a good time. Exactly. Oh, Trey's on. Sorry, mate. I just forget. I thought I did. Oh, there we go. Steak, let's go. Yeah. What's he talking about? 10 seconds. Do you want 10 seconds? 10 seconds. You want 10 seconds. All right. Second and goal. 1 minute to go. They can't stop the clock. Touchdown is going to be a huge lead. And how do you come back from that? They're going 5 wide. 4-man rush. The Stars need a pick 6, something. Off the edge, they run. Smith tackled. Good play. Good play. Good play. Number 49, Owens. I'll tell you, these uniforms, maybe it's because I'm starting to watch the game now, but the uniforms are growing on me. I'm getting a sense of this game now. It's starting to become fun. So that was a QB sneak. Pressure from the outside, and then once the play breaks down, you got no chance. Third and goal, shotgun set, 3 trips wide, and more pressure off there. That's a holding for sure. Pick that off. Oh. That's points. 20-9. he had that. Didn't Birmingham have an unfair? Yeah, I reckon so. I think they had. I think the crowd getting behind them because every home game or every game they played was in Birmingham. Like all the games were, right? So the Stallions definitely had some advantage because the crowds were showing up to Birmingham, right? But now there's no real home field advantage because they're playing in Canton, Ohio. But still, 20 to 9 at halftime. What am I doing? So if that was a touchdown, the games could be over. Can you do a stream low quality? Can you do a stream reacting to the craziest weather in the NFL? Just asking. The only thing is, I really don't want to play. Look, I know you. I know you're just looking at me. Like you're looking at me and stuff, right? But I just don't want to play that copyright game. I really don't. I've got this channel to where I want it to be. Hopefully, be monetized in the season. Have fun talking Steelers. I don't want to deal with copyright. That's the only thing, and it's super hard, right? It's just crazy. So the best I can do is me watching it, reacting, and having a conversation because I don't want to deal with a copyright. Even the chance to get demonetized or if you get 3 strikes in 9 days, your channel's deleted. It's gone. And it's been a lot of hard work, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, Birmingham had some advantage, but the games exactly. No, Travis, I like it. I like the fact. Turn it down a bit. I like the fact that the first year their game plan, the USFL game plan was okay. Play all the games in Alabama, play them all there, establish the league, have a goal and have like a 5-year plan. I think next year the USFL are gonna go to their own individual stadiums. I think maybe, right? So because all the other leagues, the AFF, the XFL failed because of the COVID came in. Of course, that can't work. But they all fail because they can't hang around. So long as you start to build the fan base, you never know. Next year's time, we might be choosing a team to go watch. Yeah, I think they've done okay. Like you can't compare. It's very hard to compare the NFL to the NFL to the USFL. Two complete different leagues. You know. All right, what do we got? I agree. Same with Brian Brown, mate. Same with that one. I remember what was the one in LA? LA a few times when I think it was when Bell beat the Chargers. The Ice Bowl name what? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. 1967. So that's below 13. That's like minus 40. That's like minus 40 degrees. 100%. 110%. What I might do, guys, I'm going to go for a quick 5-minute cigarette. No, I'm joking. 5-minute, get a Coke, get my breath back, and take a Wiz Khalifa, and come back. If you guys want to stick around, you can. If you don't want to stick around, you can. What are we? We have, where is it? 20 to 9. 20 to 9, Stallions versus Stars. If the Stars start to come back, this will be a fun game. Be a fun game to watch. So let me go get a Coke and hang on. Where is it? The awkward silence. This one. All right. What? No, not that one. This one. All right. All right, what I miss? Are you sure? Nah. Nah, I don't do that. If you do, you do. If you want to do it, fair enough. But I don't do that. I already have enough crap that I eat. I don't need smoking. What's going on? What I miss? What I miss, everyone? Welcome back to Steel Nation Australia, where we talk everything USFL. Sorry, I'm just trying to work something out. What's that? Right back? Halfback? No idea. You know what? Total Recall is cool, man. That's a weird film. I would definitely choose Total Recall rather than watching USFL / an Aussie talking about USFL. Welcome back. I was like running back, WB. What's that? You know what I'm saying? Far out. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, okay. Here's a question. Hurry back. Oh. I thought you were saying halfback. Okay, let's put it out there. What's your favorite movie? Anyone got any favorite movies that is like stand out like the best movie ever? What's your favorite movie? Anyone got any ideas? Scooby-Doo. This is fun. Kurt Menefee and Joel Klatt. Point Break is a good movie. That is a good movie. That's where the two surfer dudes, right? Keanu Reeves and the other dude. I don't know who and John Wick, man. Oh, Ryan Brown. You know what's crazy about John Wick? Sorry, I'm moving points. Point Break is good, but John Wick as well. You don't mess with someone's dog. If someone messed with my dog, I would do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. I would go on a rampage. I would find that person and do tremendously bad things to that person. You do not mess with a man's dog ever. And the idiots go in there and they knock out John Wick and they get his dog and boom. And you're like, now you've pissed off John Wick. And John Wick it goes on a bit like Rambo. A collective puts himself together. I think his wife dies. Doesn't his wife's dead, right? Which is horrible. And then they go and kill his dog. And he's like, okay, I'm ready to fuck everyone up. Whoever comes at me, I'm going to kill you. And John Wick just goes out there and slaughters them all. It's like, don't even mess with him. And the best part of that movie is when the gangster that the guys who go and mess with the dog, the son goes and talks to his dad, who's like the gangster, and he's like, "Who did you do? Who did you do?" And the dad's like, the dad knows that John Wick is gonna come kill his son. Like he already knows that John Wick is gonna come kill his son. He's like, "You stuffed up," you know. He already knows that immediately what he did to his dog and how John Wick is. He knows that his son's dead because he did that. Hunt for Red October. I can't remember that one. I know that's got Sean O'Connery in it. Rambo, classic. Rambo's a classic, man. So similar thing. Don't fuck around with Rambo. Give that guy a machine gun. He'll just go and slaughter everyone. Step Brothers. Big run. So it was like, Step Brothers, get your nuts off my drumstick or whatever. What? Someone killed. That's horrible. Man, if that's true, Brian, man, I feel sorry for you. Sorry about that. Someone killed your wiener dog about 10 years ago. That's crazy. Yeah, submarine one. Yeah. I don't know. Any movie you got. Now these two I haven't seen. These two I haven't seen. I haven't seen those two. Because we got Birmingham's got the ball, right? Third down and second with 13 minutes to go, third quarter. Philadelphia needed like a turnover. They need a big turnover. 3rd and 2 from the 50. Jamar Smith is going to get the football. Keeps it. Sets his feet. Big pass. Missed it. Miscommunication. Oh, okay. Well, that's crazy, man. I was like, what? No, but I would though, honestly. Dogs are so important, I think, to our lives. Like, I'm a dog person. I love them. They're amazing. I ask my dog every few days, when are you going to talk to me? I'm hoping you can talk. Demolition Man. Is that the guy? Is that guy Bruce Willis? Is that Bruce Willis? No. Demolition Man. Oh, that's got Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone. There you go. That's an old school movie. Yeah, right. Stallone too. Sci-fi, is it? So many good movies back in the day. Like even that movie I see now, True Lies. True Lies is a good movie. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. Total Recall was fun. Rocky's amazing. Braveheart's cool too. Sandra Bullock, she's good in that Speed movie. Stallone though, he's a character. But even Braveheart too. I know it's not factual, but it gets you so pumped up. And you know what? Even talking about another Mel Gibson movie, The Patriot. The Patriot's amazing. July 4th coming tomorrow. The Patriot is crazy. That when they go and also a lot of these things are filled with rage, right? When you go and do something to someone's family, Mel Gibson, the Patriot, runs around and tomahawks about 20 people. It kills about 20 people. It's amazing. Yes. Okay. I'll hear you on this one. Tango and Cash, haven't seen it. Big Trouble in Little China is so underrated. So underrated. Who's his name? Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell in Big Trouble in Little China. When I was a little kid, me and my brothers would always watch that one. It's such a weird film. It's such a the lady with green eyes, and it was a weird demonic. I need to watch that again. That's such a weird film. It's so strange. Big Trouble in Little China is like he gets into this I don't even know what it is. Like Chinese area part of town, Chinatown, and these people are all it's like an underground theme. You know what I mean? It's just so weird. And he runs around, and the guy at the end, the big fat guy, blows up. It's like, what? And there's a guy as well with I need to watch that again because that is a fun film. There's Raiden there too. He's got the Raiden hat on. He's got all the energy and the fireworks. Oh man, that's a good. I need to find that film. G'day, mate. It's a crazy film. There are so many things in that film is so weird because Kurt Russell's got the wife beater on. He's got the 2 guns. He's like, let's go. I'm watching that. that's next. How do I find that movie? Big Trouble. 1986. Kurt Russell, Dennis Dunn, James Hong, that's the dude. Kim Cattrall, that's right, the girl, and they go underwater. Remember, they go underwater in a certain bit. Victor Wong is the he's like the I remember, isn't there a big battle? It's a huge battle in Big Trouble in Little China as well. Wow. Yeah, we've got some Patriot fans here, 100%. Patriot good film too. And those scenes were used in Michael Jackson. Really? Yo, Tropic Thunder's a good one too. That's also underrated too. Tropic Thunder is a good film because they bag themselves out. But I really want to watch Big Trouble in Little China now because it's like that was such a weird, just a different kind of scene. That was good fun. Yeah, 100%. Oh my! Oh, I should have ran that. I like at the start, right? You know, in Tropic Thunder, if you haven't seen it, right at the very start, you look. If you haven't seen it by now, too late. But the guys, he's like, we need to be more passionate. We need to do this. We need to we need to get some real big fireworks. And the guy just blows up. The English guy just goes, boom, like that. And then all the actors are like, yeah, that must be part of the show. That's part of the movie. The fucker just blows up. He just like, he steps back onto a mine and, oh, good connection. There we go. Number 12. Didn't get touched. He steps on the mine and is it really? He just goes, boom. It's also a good Ben. It's also one of the ones that Ben Stiller does so well in too. Ben Stiller does a really good job in that movie too. He picks up his head and he's like, "See, look, this is all fake." Oh man, yeah, that's fantastic too. All right, 1st and 10 from a 30. Can Stars get back in the game? Let's hope so. Good game so far. The McDonald's Stars. Here we go. Number 7. The good, the bad. Is that like a Western? I think it's a Western, isn't it? Electric Whiz Snake. Case Cookers, 10 for 18, 131, 1 TD. Come on, Cookers. Hey, we're good. Cookers. Cookers a win. Come on. 2nd and 3 for Cookers. Nice screen there. Follow the big man. Nice cut. Here we go. He's away, son. He's away to the. Oh, got caught up. Oh, he was away. G'day, mate. Yeah, I probably will, dude. I probably watch. What's it next year, right? Yeah, I'll watch it. I'll try. The hardest part, I think, Elijah, man, is having time to watch the XFL and KO. So even this year with the USFL, it only showed, I think 18 out of 40 games or 18 out of 44 games for the whole year. So I'll tell you what, remind me, have you guys seen the Life of Brian? The Life of Brian is a fantastic movie. If you haven't seen The Life of Brian, please go check that out. Case Cookers on the run, rolls out, nice pass to the running back, easy 10 yards. Get down. Oh, my. You got nailed. But, yeah, Life of Brian's great. You guys named off about, like, you named off so many movies that are like from my childhood. Oh, big hit. All right, what's your favorite American football movie? Mine's Remember the Titans, and possibly The Replacements. But what's your favorite American football movie? Yeah, always look on the bright side of life. Mm-hmm. 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 Nice handoff. He's like, I'm Brian, and so's my wife. I'm Brian. I'm Brian. I'm Brian, and so. Oh, okay. I'll invite you, State. Sorry, mate. I'm Brian, and so's my wife. Hang on a minute. Like the Life of Brian Brown. That's the sequel. The Life of Brian Brown. All right, I'm getting my mate on State of the Steelers so we can talk to him about Life of Brian. Let's do this one. I have. I don't know where I put my headset. What? Hang on, team. You can't hear me. Are you ready to go, Daniel? Thumbs up. Yeah. Oh, hey, mate.
How's it going? What's going on, everybody?
Just talking about the water boy that you brought up in the American films. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hold on. I just had you playing in the background.
Look at this. Muted. Sorry, guys. They let you know about it, don't they? Jesus Louises. I was muted. But yeah, man, okay, let me introduce you before I'm too rude. So this is hang on a minute, let me get rid of this. Oh boy, what the hell did I do then? Okay, let's do this is my good mate Daniel from State of the Steelers. He's got a YouTube page, you want to check him out. State of the Steelers on YouTube. A lot of you guys already know who he is. He's up and coming guy for YouTube and a massive Steelers fans. And you're wearing his 88 Muth?
Yes, sir. That's exactly who I am wearing. One of my favorite up and coming players, if not my favorite player on the team right now.
Yeah, he's gonna go off. But let's talk about like American football movies, dude. Because you got Merrick. We talked about the Patriots, stuff like that. You got the 4th of July tomorrow. But what is your favorite movie? You said The Waterboy.
Yeah, Waterboy. So the Waterboy came out when I was watching, or when I started playing Pee Wee football, and so it used to get me real jacked up, ready to go out there and hit some kids, and whatnot. And so I used to love it. You know, I played defense myself, so that's a defensive minded movie, and Bill Cowher comes out in it as well, so it's a huge plus.
Yeah, he does too. Oh, Cookers for TD. Are you watching the game as well?
I'm not, man. I tried to put it on in my office. Unfortunately, all I have in here is a Roku, and I don't have the Fox channel.
Okay.
How's it going? What's the time left on the game?
We have 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Birmingham Stallions 20. Case Cookers just ran around like crazy and threw a dart to the end zone. I thought it was over the line of scrimmage. He cuts out to the right-hand side. Can't find anyone. Defensive drops off, and he just like, oh, man, that's a good pass. Such a weird route, too. He ran all the way around the outside and came back in to where his original spot was to throw a touchdown.
Oh.
Now it's
so
20.
Do you see any are you seeing any potential NFL talent out there in any of the positions?
Nah, not really. It's not like it's so hard. These players are probably like what, third or fourth, maybe fifth, depending on the string. If you think about it, if we bring about the Steelers, if Robert Spillane can't have a chance to be cut, right? Then how are these guys going to get in there? You know what I'm saying? Like Brian Brown says,
Right.
I can't watch it. It's too horrible football. So I like this. I like watching the game, but it's hard, man, because it's not the best football, but that was a good play. He rolls out to the right and then cuts back into the inside and throws a dart 10 yards for a touchdown. Like it is fun to watch because I think it's playoff football. But as a fact, for like NFL guys, you might get maybe 3 or 4 or 5,
Right.
you know. But I think someone asked me, I think they're like on a 2-year contract. I think they're on a 1 year and then an option next year because they can't play this year for the NFL. I don't think so.
Right.
I
I
know.
don't. I'm not sure how that's going. I know that they had some type of contract. It may have been in the future though that this was going to turn into some type of minor league sport, similar to the minor baseball teams that are out there. And so it'd be interesting to see. It'd be interesting to see if they get some talent coming up. I mean, we used to have the NFL Europe back in the day, and James Harrison was one that made a staple point and a name for himself out there before he came out to made his name back in the black and gold. And so
I think NFL Europe's coming back.
Really?
I think it's back. Yeah,
Man, it'd
pretty
be
sure.
interesting to see.
And
Yeah,
that
there's
one
going to be a lot of leagues going on.
Yeah, that one for me, I think would be hard to. So that is like an Australian watching American football played in Europe. So that is like 3 different disconnects. I'm like, nah. I just want to see, honestly, I want to see the USFL, XFL grow to put pressure on the NFL because I don't want them to have all the monopoly. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to see them get some pressure and like say, well, you can't be doing this, or you need to take, the ref wise or whatever.
Right.
So, but we'll see. It's been a good game so far. Why can't I bring that up?
That was one thing that I thought that was pretty interesting, were some of the rule changes or the rules that were different compared to the NFL. Especially the Sky Judge. Is that going on in this league as well? I know that was in the XFL.
I think so. I think they go to Mike Pereira. They go to him and do something, and like this to me is the refs are doing a better job, but there's less pressure because it's not Goodell looking over and saying, "Oh, you better get this right or get this wrong," or Goodell saying, "Well," because some games in NFL you can see the refs let teams back in, and then the other teams have to play harder to beat the teams. So I think it's just to me it looks like just football because guys are going out there and playing for what $7,000 a game check, and that's it. They're going out just to play for that. And they're going out to play to become something big. Whereas the guys in the NFL, if you're already a world-off player, then do you go and try as hard,
Right. Well, did you see that podcast with Chase Claypool, Minka Fitzpatrick, and Miles Boykin here recently on the Varsity Blues?
You told me to, but I didn't get a chance.
They spoke about getting a paycheck and working for that paycheck, and Chase was one who kind of brought up that if he was getting paid in college, he may not be the player he is today because he may not have worked as hard as he needed to work because that pressure of making it wouldn't have been there due to the fact that he would have gotten paid in college. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, it's the thing now. You know that a lot of NFL players that play for 4 years, they go and they say, "Oh, quote unquote, I want to get the bag." So they get the bag, they get a contract for 3 or 4 years and get the money. Do they then play as hard for the second contract? I don't know. But what I'm seeing so far is in this USFL just reminds me of just normal football where it's like they're hitting each other hard because there are times in the NFL, I think, that if you're a safety getting paid millions of dollars, do you make that tackle? To save to get, save a touchdown. Sometimes they'll let them through because, well, I don't want to make the tackle because I can get them next time and save my body. So I don't know.
Right. Make a business decision at that point.
Exactly. And NFL players talk about that too. NFL players talk about making a business decision. So, and I know it's easy for me to say like, oh, almost a fumble here. I don't know. I just want to see them hit each other. And what I've seen so far with the USFL, they're going out there to hit each other, play as a team, and see what can happen. So, it's sometimes in the NFL, unless you like, you'll see like Steelers versus Ravens versus Browns, they'll play super hard. But then if it is like a Steelers versus Lions, maybe they won't play as hard. I don't know.
Right.
But I got a few questions for you. Sorry, Dan. I got a few questions for you. Let's start with Gene first. What is the best secondary league out there? Oh wait, is that like secondary? Yeah, what's the best one? I guess would it be USFL? Would it be Canadian football, college, or you know?
I mean, well, it's probably if you're putting college in there, that's probably going to be the most hyped one just because of the following behind it. And also the potential for the players that are coming out of college going into the pros, the talent level is up there. I honestly don't watch many of the other secondary leagues as far as football goes. I do watch a little bit of college. I'm starting to get into that one a little bit more, especially I'm in Texas, so the Manning kid just signed off that he's going out
Yeah.
here, and so there's a little bit of hype around here about that. I really don't follow UT or anything like that, but I can definitely see the hype around here in this area. I'm not that far from Austin. Austin's probably about maybe 45 minutes up the road from me, and so yeah, there's a bunch of hype around him and him coming here in next couple of years. But as far as a secondary league, I think the XFL is probably the most interesting because of their rules and their the background and the nostalgic history that they have with wrestling and how they're involved with is it WWE now? Is that what they're called? And so I know The Rock came out and he's had his introductions, I think both times that they've opened up, and so it's interesting. I like their rules and I like the way they do the sky judge type of stuff, and they're open more to their fans. Just like I said, it'd be the talent was better, but we'll see what's up. I think also with the XFL they have more pro faces, isn't that correct?
Yeah, there's Heinz Ward, I think, is a coach, and Rod Woodson is a coach from the Steelers too. So I reckon, I think the XFL will also be successful too because, you have The Rock behind it, right? Let's be honest, The Rock's going to do something with it. So, but I'm telling you, I think it's a pretty good thing what the USFL did this year, and it's about time we have some leagues where the NFL has some competition where we have these leagues and we have the chance. Like I'm thankful that I can even watch this game because right now will be nothing to watch. In a few weeks' time, we have the Hall of Fame game, and he's got away from 2 tackles, 3 tackles, 4. Shoot. Okay, another question for you. Trey from Get Your Fix with the Wicks and Minnesota Viking Syndicate says, big question. Who do you want to see start for the QB for the Steelers?
Well, that's an interesting one. I'll be honest, I wasn't too thrilled with the Mitch Trubisky signing. I wasn't thrilled with him being the future for the team. I understand he was a backup to Josh Allen last year, but at the end of the day, he has more than just 1 year as a backup as a resume. And he did play pretty poorly, in Chicago. I'm excited for Kenny Pickett. I don't want to rush him at the same time. I would like a polished, ready to go Kenny Pickett to be a starter. I just don't think that's going to happen week 1. With the shortened preseason and things of that nature, it's really going to put, him in a tough position to make that starting position come week 1. I think it's going to be Mitch Trubisky coming in. That's not necessarily who I'm hoping we're to get it, but I think that may be the best option just because of that. We don't need to rush him at this point. I think the first 4 games, the Cincinnati Bengals game it's being hyped up because of what they did recently. However, I don't think those first 4 games are going to be as tough as people are thinking they are. And
4-0, man. I'm calling it now 4-0. And if they go 4-0, every Mike Tomlin hater, shut up.
Exactly.
4-0, man. Or the Jets. You're playing the Jets. You're playing the Cleveland Browns on Thursday Night Football, and they haven't got a quarterback yet. And the Patriots coming home, a good chance we can take care of them. The hardest one I see is the Bengals.
I agree. I mean, Brian Flores has a history, coaching against and with the New England Patriots. And so that game right there is going to be one I think that's going to be highly in our favor. Like you mentioned, the Cleveland Browns, they don't know who their quarterback is. Cincinnati Bengals, they haven't really played our defensive front that's been healthy. Last year they played the first time we played them, both TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith were out. And the second time TJ Watt was dealing with a lingering, groin issue. And so, I'm interested and excited for Joey Burrow to see that healthy front defensive line. But like I was saying earlier with the, what do you think there, Mark? Do you think that Kenny Pickett has a chance? I think given the fact that they have a quarterback rotation and a shortened preseason, it's going to be hard for him to get that starting position. What do you think his chances are?
I just think the Steelers won't do it. Everything this offseason, what the Steelers have been doing is how the Steelers do it. They go and sign like good players, not great, but good players like James Daniels or good players like Miles Jack, those guys, and they go and they sign Minka. They're doing all the things they normally do. They don't go and put money to the bank and sign the big player like Odell Beckham Jr. or whoever. They do what they need to do. They went and signed Trubisky. I think Trubisky will start until he doesn't need to. If it's injury or if it's poor play or if it's that Pickett is better, I think Trubisky will start until he doesn't need to play. Now, the thing is well, this offense, I think, will be around using Muth, using Najee, and getting Pickens and those fellas involved. And hopefully Claypool can have a better year and Deontay. Getting everyone involved, but it's not going to be just on the quarterback. I think it's not as much pressure on the quarterback now. Big Ben era is done. This new era is, Matt Canada, what can you do for us? What can you do for this offense? And how can you give the ball to Najee? Feed Najee as much as you can. Keep him healthy, but feed him. And use Trubisky as well in like play action pass in those kind of scenarios. Use him like Mahomes does. How many times do you see Mahomes throw the football like 5 yards in front or like a little dump off pass and they count that as a touchdown? Countless times. There's so many times Mahomes has done that where they threw a 1 yard pass and Kelsey picks it up and runs it in for a 4 or 5 dash. Why can't you get Murph doing that? Why can't you get Claypool doing those things, or Deontay on the end around? Do those things where you're getting Trubisky in a certain positions where you can succeed. I think he's a good quarterback. I wasn't a big fan of bringing him in either. I didn't really look into him, but the more every day and every week it grows on me. So I just don't see how we're so counted against. So counted against. I don't get it. The Cleveland Browns are having, even if you look at their team, the off-season drama, right? It's too much for me. There is too much going on. How are you going to win football games with that off-season drama? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think overall, start Trubisky, and we want to see him hopefully go the whole season and let Kenny Pickett sit, because there's no harm in sitting Kenny Pickett for the whole time until he's ready. We'll see.
No, I agree. At this point, though, I'm starting to think that Mason Rudolph is starting to be a hinder to the Kenny Pickett's progression and maybe even Mitch Trubisky at a certain point. There's only so much reps. There's only 3 games in the preseason. Having that battle with three quarterbacks, I think that might kind of put a little bit of a hindrance. But I'm excited to see what we do. This is going to be our first time without a franchise quarterback in there and somebody that we knew was going to be the sure starter. So it'll be exciting to see.
Yeah. Ryan Brown says Cleveland and Brown drama is a good thing. And it's just, look, I think something will happen to Watson. And then look, look, if you did wrong, go to jail. That's where I stand. If you didn't do wrong, don't go to jail. That's what I'm saying. But I think there's too much drama. There's a chance that the Cleveland Browns could go, with all this stuff going on, 7-9 or 7-10, whatever it is. The Ravens right now, for me, are probably the hardest one in the division. They went really well in the draft. They're well coached by Harbaugh. Bengals got to bounce back from a Super Bowl loss. They could easily turn into where they have too much pressure. And the Falcons and the Panthers, they could fade into way how they did it, because they're putting a lot of pressure on Burrow too. They're a good team, but they're getting too far ahead of themselves. I think this matchup with the Steelers versus Bengals, man, is like, when you and I are watching it, we'll have a good sense of like maybe who's going to win this game within the first or second quarter, because to me, it's 50-50. And it feels like the media is saying it's 70-30. I just don't get it. We have one of the best safeties, if not in the league. TJ Watt, one of the best defenders. Alex Highsmith, you name it. Up-and-coming running back Najee Harris, who got like 20 pounds bigger. There's something crazy about people not underestimating the Steelers right now. They've gotten better. They got better in the offseason. And I didn't say that last year. I didn't know that last year with Big Ben. This team's gotten better.
Right. No, I agree. I mean, if we were to, the Steelers are criticized here recently for having, I guess, spending majority of their money on the defense and not worrying about it so much on the offense. But if you were to go look at what the Cincinnati Bengals did, and they made it to the Super Bowl, they kind of did the same thing too, acquiring, Mike Hilton and other defensive players and really making that defense stout. And then their offense was put together with rookies or players on rookie contracts. And so, it's not I don't understand. I don't understand it either. Why the criticism is so high for what the Pittsburgh Steelers are doing. I think that they put themselves in a great position. I mean, if you think about it, they drafted the number one quarterback in the draft this year. They got the number one running back last year, number two tight end last year.
They got Pickens, who's an absolute beast, like at receiver. Like, what is overly wrong with this team? Maybe the offensive line, but I could still see them being competitive in every game. I just don't get it. But before we get into it even more, Gene says, Raw or SmackDown? What's your answer? I know mine 100%.
Oh, man. Oh, man, y'all going to hate me. I'm not really into wrestling, guys.
Oh, really? Back in the day. You never saw it back in the day?
I did. I was more into what was it, WCW and the NWO guys.
Oh, yeah.
I was big into the NWO. I was big into Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, Hulk Hogan, and those guys. I mean, I know a lot of them had kind of swapped over back and forth between WWF and WCW, but I was really big into that. I was big into the NWO back in the day.
They'll probably swapping over between who was paying them more at the time. You know, who was on the bigger contract, right? For me, this question, I would say back in the day, Raw was better. Raw had just that more physical, nature about it, and the Attitude Era with like Stone Cold Steve Austin and the Undertaker and those dudes, man, so much fun. The wrestling is so different now. I would probably still watch it but it's not the same as when I was growing up when I was a kid. It really isn't.
I'll tell you what, I didn't miss the WWF Raw episode where Ben Roethlisberger and the offensive line showed up. That was great. Yeah, I saw that one.
Well, actually, there was even I think it was Najee Harris and Frymouth with Britt Baker. She's a wrestling diva over there now. I don't know if they call them divas anymore, but wrestling or female wrestler. And Najee Harris and Muth were on there in Pittsburgh. So, but we have another question too from Get Your Fix with Wicks with Trey. This is a great question, and I guess I'll have to answer it too. What do you think is the biggest obstacle for the Steelers this year?
Well, the biggest obstacle is going to be what's been the issue for us for the last couple of years. It's going to be fixing the running offense. We've put the players in position to do so. Now it's time for them to do it. A lot of people put a lot of emphasis on Matt Canada and what he was doing last year. However, how can I put it? There's more than one play called at the line. And when the quarterback is wanting to throw the ball 50 times, that kind of throws that bag into, puts it where it needs to be there. Mm-hmm. But I think that the offensive line, the additions of Mason Cole, the addition of James Daniels, that's going to be key. Najee Harris is also in his second year. He's expected to make a jump. And so I think that, it may not be the biggest obstacle, but I think that that's what the biggest eyes are going to be on. Everybody's going to be looking at that. We were in last place a couple of years ago and only moved up, 2 positions since then. And so, the owner of the team made an emphasis last year that he wanted the running game to be fixed, and it flat out wasn't. And so it'll be something that we're going to be watched upon. I think defenses are going to be keying in on Najee Harris early, just due to the fact that we have an unknown at the running at the quarterback position. And so I definitely think that's going to be the biggest obstacle to overcome early on. But if we can make some deep throws and we can get defenses to push back, I think probably by about week 2, maybe 3, we'll start seeing some bigger runs because the defenses will have to move back. What about yourself?
I reckon. So I was looking at stats this year or last year in 2021, and I was going over a few things. And I think what is probably the biggest obstacle this year is getting that turnover ratio higher. So I looked at the stats, and we were +2. However, the Rams were +2 as well, right? But here's why I think it's different. The Rams had a better offense. They didn't need to turn the ball over. They can just outscore people. Didn't matter, right? This year with our offense, if we can turn the ball over, get +8, +9 throughout the whole year, then we have more chances at going down and getting a short field and even getting a field goal. I still think this defense is good enough to hold teams under 21 or hold them under 23 points. If you can hold them under 23 and go score 24 points, 3 TDs and a field goal, you have a chance to win every game. So I think turnover ratio is going to be huge. We normally have a big turnover ratio. We have at least in the plus, but last year was +2, and we couldn't score points. We couldn't move the ball down the field. Big Ben just couldn't do it at certain times. Last year was so frustrating. It was my first year streaming, And every game, I was so frustrated because we'd start the game slow. Like, how many times did the Steelers come out of the gate, first quarter or second quarter, absolutely slow? Like, I have not seen in a very long time where we just could not get the ball moving. So turn over the ball, hold the ball, run Najee, and it's easy for me to say, but that's what we want to see, right? As a fan, I just want to see them convert first downs. We couldn't do that. That one play they threw to Najee to go 4th and 10, and he got 4 people tackled. Mate, they missed a field goal, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You got to do better than that. And Trubisky, like you said, now Trubisky will have a chance. He's got 2 or 3 plays in mind. He'll see what he sees, change it up, hand the ball off to Najee, boom, run away for 20 yards. It has to be a different offense, man. It has to be.
No, I agree. So you said that the turnover ratio was, kind of bad last year. So, compared to what it was in previous years, if we're going to increase turnovers, do you think it's going to be in the fumble or the interception department? And if it's interceptions, outside of Minka, who do you think is getting those interceptions?
Trey Norwood. I think if he plays, I think dude. Look, I talked about it. I talked about it a few. I don't know if it was with you or someone else. I do so much Steelers stuff, and so do you. I talked about it somewhere. I went and watched the Hall of Fame game last year with Trey Norwood. There is one play there. The quarterback runs around. He's playing safety on the left-hand side, and he follows the quarterback. And he's in his mind, the quarterback can only throw on the run to his right-hand side, right? He can't turn around and throw his direction. It's too hard. He's not going to do that. So he follows the quarterback's eyes. It cuts off the route and almost picks it off. I can see Trey Norwood stepping up and getting maybe 2 or 3 this year, right? I can see Witherspoon, Wallace as well, because how much pressure do you have from TJ Watt and these fellas? Like, it's almost like oh, thank you guys, thank you, outside linebackers, you're doing a great job, because you're giving me a chance to put them under pressure.
So you think that Norwood's going to beat out KZ or that other first rounder that we got? Who's that other safety?
If he has Carl Joseph, if he has a good camp, I like what I saw last year, early and often with Norwood, and I think if he can play a certain nickel role, maybe take over from Sutton if Sutton plays outside as well. I think Norwood can do that. And I think he can be like a little bit of an X factor, because the reason how Norwood can be great is all the other team is good, right? You don't need to be a superstar on this defense. You just need to be there and be a ball hawk, because you've got TJ Watt and Highsmith creating the pressure, and Cameron Hayward, right? You don't need to be the who's the other guy? The Cowboy guy that got like 9 interceptions.
Kazi.
Nah, not that guy. The guy that played for the Cowboys. I can't remember his name. Anyways, you don't need to be the most elite cornerback. Just need to be good enough, I think, to be part of the puzzle and follow the ball. I think Trey Norwood can step up this year, second year. He'll be in some certain downs. I think even Levi Wallace and Akila Witherspoon, that now we haven't got Joe Hayden at the veteran cornerback, I think they'll be more, free flowing and faster. I can just see some good things where they can put Joe Burrow under pressure. How good would it be to get Joe Burrow 2 interceptions?
Oh man, I was never impressed with Joe Burrow, to be honest with you. I think that a lot of the Bengals' success passing wise came from the people catching the ball versus who's throwing it. You know what I'm saying? And I think the NFL kind of saw that. I've said it multiple times. The NFL is a copycat league, and when you see the NFL, trading huge capital to get receivers and paying them huge bucks, I think that the NFL saw what the Bengals did last year and probably attributed more to Chase and Higgins versus Burrow. But that's my opinion.
Well, the Titans sacked him 7 times and they lost. I have no idea how the Titans lost that game. They threw a pick. They got themselves in the way. Bengals aren't the best team. But what I think with this defense is there is a chance. I will be very annoyed if we make it to the playoffs and they lose because of defense. Because look how good they are on paper.
Right.
It's unbelievable. TJ Watt, Highsmith, Cameron, the new addition, Ogunjobi. You know what I'm saying? Like, how good does it look? Who else do you need?
No, I agree. And I mean, I think the biggest piece or the biggest addition even to those guys was not even a player. It was Brian Flores. I mean, 100%. His ability to coach. I did a video breaking down film last year against the Minnesota Vikings, and our middle linebackers and safeties playing the linebacker position were put in positions where they had to either react or think, and they took too long, and they weren't because of that, they got bit on a few big plays. And so what
I
they
saw
ended
that,
up
right?
doing was over pursuing. Yeah, they started to over pursue and then left the cut back open. And one thing that I saw with Miles Jack was that he's very disciplined, very, very disciplined. He maintained his gap integrity very well. And so when he was, going, flowing it with the offensive line to track the running back, his abilities were amazing just because of that. And so I'm excited about that. I'm excited about what Brian Flores can do to not just Miles Jack, but with Devin Bush, because that guy needs to step up. He played very poor last year.
Yeah, this is probably the year for him as well. Like, also, the same scenario too with Miles Jack. Like, let Miles Jack be the guy. Let him be the star guy. And if you can be second to him, you've got a big run for 35. Man, they're coming back in this game. 1st and 10, 12 to go. Yeah, let Miles Jack go and be the star guy, all right? And then Devin Bush can play second fiddle to him. Why not? I just think we are being overlooked so much in this defense. I really do. I think I saw one of the NFL players, Owen showed me this video. One of the old NFL players said, they've got great players, but their defense isn't great. I'm like, it's the same fucking thing. To me, it's the same thing. Is it not the same thing? Pretty much pretty similar, right? Yes, you can be coached well enough, but they got TJ Watt and Minka and Cameron Hayward, but their defense sucks. So you're saying that the coaching sucks? Are you saying that the scheme sucks? What are you saying? It doesn't make any sense. So I think I can't wait till preseason starts, because we're going to see, Trubisky and Pickett. Like, what are you most excited about preseason? Are you excited about those fellas playing the game?
Oh, man, I'm excited to see Pickett in a Steelers uniform and see what he can do. I mean, I'm not a big into college sports, so I don't really I wasn't really familiar with his game in Pitt and whatnot. But, after the Pittsburgh Steelers selected him in the draft, I went back, watched some film on him, watched some tape, and the guy's impressive. I don't understand what the big, why so many people were talking down upon him or even trying to predict what his ceiling is. The guy's 24 years old, hasn't taken a single snap.
But we always do that. I don't understand this, man. This is because there's so much every day. It's like you're trying to predict his ceiling already. He hasn't even friggin' thrown a ball yet. Like,
exactly.
Come on.
Exactly. I can't stand that. But that I am excited to see. I'm excited to see the way he runs the offense. I'm excited to see the way the offense is played now that we don't have a quarterback that isn't mobile. And so, those are the few things that I'm excited to see. I know there isn't going to be too much of the curtain peeled back, during preseason, so to speak. But, there should be a little bit of things, given how new so many different players are in so many different positions. They're going to have to get used to, to what they're playing. And I'm also excited to see the first team out there for a little bit because of the fact that how new they are together. And one battle that I'm also excited to see that not many people are talking about is that left guard battle with Kendrick Green and Dotson there. I don't think that Dotson has that shirt up as a lot of folks think he do.
That's true. You are right, because we don't even know who the number ones are going to be for the Bengals game. And also the Bengals don't know who the number ones are going to be. So we know this, of course, Claypool, Deontay, and Trey says here, like, who you think is Deontay Johnson your number one receiver?
I think for week one he is. I think he's going to be considered the number one receiver. I feel that if Deontay Johnson is a fantastic route runner and has the ability to win one-on-one matchups like no other. I mean, it's very similar to a Santonio Holmes or even AB like when he's route running. However, the difference between him and AB, and if you go and watch like the AB highlight reels or just the game and period, he made catches and was able to catch with his hands and position his body so that he would be able to tiptoe into the, on the sideline. And I don't see that game in Deontay Johnson. He's made some great catches, but it's the routine stuff that he seems to drop. And also when the pressure gets up and also at the end of the season. Now, I don't know if it's because of the pressure, maybe because of the cold weather, but the ball's not going to get any easier to catch with a quarterback throwing the ball harder. You know what I'm saying? I think Ben Roethlisberger last year, his arm wasn't as good as it had been in years before. And so, the quarterback now, regardless of how strong their arm is going to be significantly stronger than what Ben was last year. And isn't the ball hopefully isn't going to be coming out 7 yards down the field only. You know what I'm saying? Last year, the short game, the short pass play was early and often. And so, I think that he's going to have to show up, but he's going to give that opportunity. He's got that opportunity. He's going to be the first guy there, and it's going to be his job to lose. I think that I don't think we have another receiver that matches his skill set on the team currently. George Pickens, Miles Boykins, they're more of a Claypool style receiver as far as big body, tall, and fast. So I think he's definitely the number one as far as that goes. It'll be interesting to see who's number two. I think Clay's might be getting pushed to that slot position.
So I'll tell you who the number one is, whoever is not TikToking.
I hope so.
Hey, man, I know I'm on social media. You're on social media. Just stop TikToking. By the way, in this game right now, Case Cookers has got lit up. Helmet to helmet. Just sliding down to the ground. This guy nailed him. Absolutely took his lunch out. Oh, quarterback Brian Allen plays for the Stallions too. He used to play for the Steelers. Remember Brian Allen?
Brian Allen.
He was drafted third overall, but never got a chance because he was injured. He was a guy that was meant to be the turnover machine for the Steelers. Yeah.
Yeah, vaguely remember him.
Yeah, so we did never play. I think he played like one game and then got injured or something.
Yeah.
But he just got knocked out. Case Cookers got knocked out by Stallion guy, sliding to the ground, took his head off.
Oh, geez.
But they're approaching.
Was there a penalty?
Yeah, big time. There was a bit of fight too. It's crazy. But no, I mean, like I'm telling you, like I just want to see them go out and play football. I think Chase needs to focus on football. People can call me a hater, but I don't really care. Like I'm sick of seeing the TikToks and he says it didn't affect his game, but it's still a topic where you're talking about it every time. Every time a guy interviewing you they're talking about you in that scenario. So there's a reason maybe why they went and drafted Pickens and a reason why they drafted Calvin Austin. Maybe they're coming for Deontay Johnson's job and Claypool's job. I wouldn't feel too safe. So we'll see with a new quarterback as well. Who's Mitchell Trubisky going to link up with better? Could be an unknown guy. Could be Miller. Could be Boykin. Could be anyone. So I think the offense is more of a mystery than the defense is, right?
I agree. Well, Mitch Trubisky has a history with Miller, given the fact that they both were, from Chicago, and I think Miller's best season was, having Mitch Trubisky throw him in the ball. And
he was like number 2 or number 1 over there, I think.
Yeah, he did fairly well with Mitch Trubisky throwing him the ball. I think it was his Mitch Trubisky's Pro Bowl season where Miller really took advantage of that. But yeah, no, I agree. What did you think about Chase Claypool announcing the George Pickens pick? I thought that was pretty interesting. He didn't even say the position that he played.
maybe the Steelers did that on purpose. I'm just saying, man. Look, Chase Claypool came out firing in as a rookie. And then you had a really dud season. So I'm just saying, look, I just want you to play football, mate. You don't have such a big, talented receiver, and you don't use your body that way. He just doesn't do it. I see people with more heart than him than I see him play football. I really do. Ooh. And that's hard to say, right? It's hard to question a man's ability like that. But go out and do something. What have you done, really? What has Chase Claypool done in 2 years? Didn't do much.
Well, I mean, Chase Claypool even questioned his own heart. Like I mentioned before in that podcast, he stated that had he gotten a bag in college, he may not have played to the position that he got because he may not have needed to. During his college time.
I think it's all about him. I really do think this one player, Chase Claypool, and if I can pick on him out of every single one, I think he's trying to build his social media brand, and he tells us that he's trying to build his brand, than he is trying to build the Steeler brand. And I get that. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah, he came out on that podcast, and that was the first thing he said. That he said that Nike had came up to him and they told him that they didn't just want him for his presence on the field, but his social media brand, and that he felt that he's going to actually go back to it this year. That he took a break from it as the season started last year, but this year there'd be no breaks. And I was like, man.
And you're telling me that doesn't affect your play? It doesn't affect you on the weekends or when you're on the field? It doesn't affect. It affects the player 100%. I think he's more about the brand of his own brand, social media brand, than he is a football player. I really do think that. And a lot of the NFL, I've asked other NFL fans, nobody really wants Claypool. Nobody wants to make him a number 1 or make him number 2. You know?
No, I agree. I mean, he doesn't. He just doesn't have that. Well, last year he just didn't have that impact.
That oomph factor, right? At least DJ does. DJ does.
Right. He has that flashes.
Even James Washington had that bit of oomph around, behind him.
Right. Yeah, James Washington had the ability to catch the ball and away from his body like none other. I was watching some highlight reel on Duck really not too long ago, and it was basically could have been a James Washington reel as well. And against the Cincinnati Bengals, they were just all over him, and he was just able to catch the ball away from his body. I think he might be somebody we're going to miss. Do you think that the Steelers are going to miss what's his name, Juju Smith-Schuster? Do you think he's somebody that's going to be missed? Do you think he's missed more than maybe somebody else?
Maybe a little bit, because here's the difference between Juju and Claypool. Juju was actually physical. On these runs, he would finish runs. He would run down someone and keep running until it wasn't, until the whistle went, right? But maybe a little bit, depending how Pickens comes out and plays his game. But what I saw with Claypool last year, so many times watching the game and rewatching, because I did it for the channels on BTSC and this one, and there are times where you see him give up on the route. Like Najee Harris is still churning his legs away, and Claypool's like holding a guy just holding a guy like this. Why aren't you finishing the route? Why aren't you developing the route to push someone back? Like, I just thought he was checked out most of the time. And I think what that Steelers have done is they drafted him, had a big year with Big Ben. He went crazy. And I think it's got to his head. He had 11 touchdowns. He got 2 last year. And now you're in a scenario. It's like, okay, you had one good year and one bad one. Who are you going to be? So I think, honestly, I just don't think that Claypool is number 1 or a big-time receiver. I just don't see it in this league. He did say he wants to be top 3. I can't see it. I can't see him being like a Deebo Samuels. I can't see him be like Justin Jefferson with my mate Trey. Those kind of blokes. I just can't see him be like that. Or even like the other bloke. Who's the other guy from Washington?
McLaurin.
Yeah, those dudes, to me, you see them cut their routes, come back to the football, and make football plays. Claypool is what I've seen with him. He burns them, and maybe with a better ball thrown to him, he might be able to catch it and move on. But I just see him being a second or a third guy. It doesn't seem anything special to me.
Yeah, with me, Claypool kind of started going downhill when he tweeted out, "Losing, never heard of her." That kind of brought out,
and that kind of shit too, man. You don't do that stuff. Like,
we lost right after that.
Be smarter, mate. And the pointing and the first downs, and it's like in back chatting to Trey Turner, who's a veteran for 7-8 years. Yelling at him because you made like, I still can't get over that. I'm honestly, that Vikings game that was Trey was there because he's a Vikings fan, right? But that game where he back chatted to Trey Turner and he was in the wrong, and the fact that he's fighting with Minka in camp. You're fighting with Minka. So many things to me. I'm just like, I would be happier just to get rid of him and play someone else. Sorry, that's my thoughts.
Yeah, and to me, it seems like he's always playing for pass interference. Like he's always playing for that. Like he's throwing himself on the ground, trying to get the flag. And I'm like, catch the ball, man. Let the pass interference happen. You're a big guy.
Play the game and see what happens, man. He does, because I think he got one of them in the first year or the second year. He definitely was up there for a lot, because there was a lot of times the only thing I see what he has is going deep, contesting for the ball. And he is fast, and they just plays pass interference. We get that, but you're not getting the reception. I don't know. I just don't see, because of the loss of Juju doesn't make the loss of Juju doesn't make you number 1 because he left. You know what I'm saying? Does it?
Right. Yeah, it's kind of like when AB left. Everybody automatically assumed Juju was number 1 as well.
Stars just got a pick 2, by the way. Stars having an upset coming back 23-20, 9 minutes to go. There's a new quarterback in town. Jamar Smith isn't there, so 20-20 got a pick now. But look, I'm like, that's what I'm saying. Juju left, and he was number 1, right? And then probably Deontay, and then Chase. Just because that Juju leaves doesn't make Claypool number 1. I just think he needs to pull his head out of his bloody ass, either be a Steeler or do TikTok. Either one.
Right.
You're telling me that Claypool needs the football right now? He doesn't need football. He's already famous anyway.
Yeah,
It riles me up, man.
yeah, it definitely is, and it's just so upsetting because he's a type of guy that has the skill set that could be someone that could be very, very talented and very good for us. I mean, he showcased that in the first, his first year, and if he could just, I don't know, maybe even if he was playing to the same caliber but not had that negative light on him, it would just make him such a better player for us and a better teammate and whatnot. And I just don't like that TikTok stuff myself either. I know it's
Look,
it's
and
something new, but
here's the point too. You and I are both on social media, okay? We
right,
are doing this stuff to talk Steelers, to voice our opinion and get the viewership from the YouTube guys and grow the community with Gene Smith and get your fix the Wicks, everyone, right? Everyone's
right,
in here. So we're on social media. So we are, calling the kettle black a little bit. However, this is the only one we're focused on this. We go and do our work and we're focused on this. What Claypool's doing is he's putting the brand himself, his own brand, before the Steelers and
mhm,
making him sure I get the Nike deals, I get this, I get that. You're using the NFL to make yourself mainstream huge, right?
right,
Well, you and I, we don't play football. We're just talking about these issues, so it's a little bit different. However, the
right,
same kind of thing, right? Even this comment, this stuff now, if I made it into a little video, could go boom because you're a Claypool hater, but it doesn't make sense. Go play football. Not many other NFL stars. I know there are NFL cornerbacks laughing at Claypool. They're laughing at him.
No, I agree. I mean, even when we go back to Juju, when we're playing the Buffalo Bills, I think it was Josh Allen and Buffalo Bills that he was like, let them dance, this and that. It motivated him. It motivated everybody.
Yeah.
And for them to think that, oh, it doesn't, or if they need this extra motivation, then they're not really into it, or blah, blah, blah. That's bull crap. At the end of the day, you're adding fuel to the fire.
Exactly.
And it's not even so much to like, oh, be worried or live in our fears or anything like that. It's also comes to a position where it's embarrassing. We're an organization that's supposed to be of class and whatnot, and to have our players dancing on the logos of other teams is embarrassing as a fan. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it. I think it's childish, and I think it's something that the player needs to grow up, in my opinion, in that scenario.
I'm the same as well. So when that Juju stuff happens, like I think Juju could kind of do both, where he was doing the stuff and he was so physical. So I was like, okay. Claypool is not physical. He's just not. He's just not a physical receiver. So when I saw, and we got smacked by the Bengals, and because of that reason, they used that motivation against us and absolutely hammered us to death. And you
Right.
can't give them that any extra energy. You just can't do that. So,
Right.
and there was even like the Claypool saying, "Oh, losing, never heard of her." What are you doing? What are you doing? This is just. Oh man, it's so frustrating. Just go out and play ball, and you'll
Right.
get paid your coin. You'll get coin regardless.
No, I
look back
agree.
to Pat McAfee, mate. Pat McAfee built the biggest brand of NFL pretty much ever on YouTube, right?
Mhm.
He's a punter. Can you not wait until after your season is over and then build your brand? Not like right now. I'm telling you, he's building Claypool, and it's Claypool only. That's all it is.
No, I agree. I mean, even if he was doing, bringing attention to himself, doing it the right way. Like, for instance, I'm reminded of Joey Porter. Joey Porter used to not care. He'd go out there and talk smack to you and then prove it. But he was
But he
also a
backed it up.
proven player, and he backed it up. Exactly. And, that right there and it wasn't childish. It wasn't anything, crazy. It was like, hey, we're going to beat you. We're going to smack you in the mouth, and there ain't nothing you're going to do about it. And that's the type of physicality and represented the type of team that we have. I don't want to be represented as a team that's dancing on logos. You know what I'm saying? And so
there are so many things to it, right? There are so many things to it. And I agree with you, J Devil. I agree with you 100%. Social media is the worst. It is. It really is. You and I are on social media now. YouTube is a part of social media, right? It is the worst. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's also toxic. But in the realm of football and what we're getting into, these new fellas, right? Claypool's going out there. He's putting energy and ideas to dance, right? Which doesn't make sense. Men go out and dance when you have a few beverages, right? You have How many men do you see get out there that have not had 0 beverages and get on the dance floor? One, right? And I'm not saying I'm the biggest burliest man ever, right? But I'm saying this is like, okay, the energy it takes you to put in the idea of like, I've got to do this, and whatever, right? You're taking like hours and hours and hours to think that stuff up. Why aren't you using that to either, get away from social media and go have fun with your friends and family, or using that energy to maybe study the playbook? But I'm not saying you can't study the playbook all the time. I'm saying, why do you have to go and put that energy on TikTok and do this stuff? But it does seem like nowadays that these NFL players are, they maybe they feel safe with the NFL and they go out and desire to be a rapper or whatever. I don't know. It's just, to me, I don't like TikTok because I think it's actually, if we go down the rabbit hole just a little bit, no, we can't go too far. I think it's a dirty ass platform. I really do. I think it's absolutely terrible what you see little kids on there. You see teenagers like that are 15, 16, 17. I think it's disgusting how they're allowed to, the parents can let them do this stuff. I think it's crap because we all know how evil the internet is, right? And it's just such utter bullshit when you think about it, TikTok. And Jed was right. It's the worst. YouTube for us is an escape to talk football. Right? We're on here for a long time, 3 hours or half an hour. Claypool has a chance to go and be like Gene Smith says, opportunity of a lifetime, right? And you're wasting it with trying to balance social media and be the best TikToker or famous there when you literally have 65,000 fans watching you.
Right.
I don't get it. I really don't get it.
No, I don't.
We'll see, man. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens this year, but I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the generation. I need to be able to do everything. I can be who I want to be, type of stuff. And they don't understand that. As an NFL athlete, you're held to a higher standard. You're in the public eye. Everything that you do is going to be scrutinized. And if you're going to put yourself on a childish platform like TikTok, then you're going to be criticized. And rightfully so. I mean, that's what you put yourself in a position to do so. And so it's just crazy, man. I think that the acquisition of Pickens in the draft is the Steelers, sending a message that we're looking for a more physical adult receiver, that if he's going to get into some issues on the field, it's going to be not because he's dancing, but because he's getting in someone's face.
Here's the thing. So Pepper's been around for a long time. She's a lady, I think, from Birmingham, like the South, right? And she says, TikTok disgusts me. And I agree with you 100%. The idea of this generation of like, I'm 30, I'm 32, what are you, 30, 33?
I'm 36.
36, right?
Yes, sir.
We are the last kind of generation with this new generation coming in and doing the TikTok dances for approval of random people on the internet. Now, I get it. I do get it that we are on the internet and we need approval as well for our YouTube stuff. But we are more having comment and discussion. We are not getting out there with our clothes off or doing the weird dances. And it's like, what are you doing, man? I just don't get it. I've seen literally kids or young girls post up like on a mailbox, put a camera up there and do the little dance. And like, I just don't see it.
Yeah, it is crazy, man. What society is sort of becoming here, and what's allowed and what's becoming, allowed out there. I mean, pop culture on its own thing, it's gone off the end. But yeah, I think that type of stuff needs to have its own realm. I think that everybody who watches football goes to watch football for one reason. They want to see the football team. They want to see the players. They want to see the competition and see which team is going to be the best team to win and hopefully be the team that you're rooting for. And so, I don't think, the NFL fan base for the majority is a fan base that's involved in the TikTok scene and whatnot. But, the NFL's trying to move that way, though. They have the Nickelodeon thing and they're doing the Splash Town and Splash this and Slime that. And so I get it. They're trying to bring in a younger generation, but
you can do it other ways, though. You can do it other ways.
I agree.
Because TikTok is is a self-loathing app that you have to get instant approval from random people that if you don't get views, you feel very upset. And YouTube platforms like that too. If you don't get views, you ride the roller coaster. But what I'm saying is that these stars are focusing on their social media brand more than they are playing football, being a team unit. You think straight away after a win, Claypool goes, or whoever does those things, goes to his phone and celebrates and goes this. Why aren't you celebrating with the team? Why aren't you going around the team, shaking people's hands, high-fiving, and having conversations? This is what it's getting at.
Right.
So Pepper says, "Hey, you have Snapchats?" You know, hell no. Like I tried TikTok for literally. I lasted I think 7 minutes, and I realized what it was. It was 7 seconds. There was lots of sexuality on there. I'm getting too old for this shit. Yes, I like women. Yes, I like women of my own age, right? And I love beautiful women. But going through all these things, I was like, this is this dirt ass cheap stuff. It is terrible. It is
Right.
just, it is so stupid. And I think there is a big discussion where, holy do is that picked off? Oh no. There's a big discussion where, yeah, Claypool is involved in this stuff to make money, to make bank from Nike and go out there and do a certain amount of TikTok Rick Rocks. And that will, I think it will affect, I don't know. I would just like to see this argument done, trade him away, get some picks back, and play Miles Boykin or whoever.
Right. Well, the Pittsburgh Steelers were pretty high on Miles Boykin. You know, he was what the Calvin Austin was for us for the Ravens as far as a theft in the draft. You know, the Pittsburgh Steelers were really high on Miles Boykin back, when was it, in 2019 he came out. And so even Chase Claypool stated on that podcast I referenced to earlier that every time they played Baltimore, that Mike T would go up to him and ask him about Boykin and whatnot, and how he really liked his ability to not just be an offensive player, but his ability on special teams. And so I think that if Pickens has a great preseason and can show that he can take push the defenses back and create some space for Najee, I wouldn't be surprised if Chase Claypool finds himself on the trade block. He still has one more season left on a rookie contract, and so he'd still have to play out this year. Given how the wide receiver position has been moving recently with the draft and free agency, it could definitely pay big for us. Maybe not something that we can get a couple of maybe a second or a third round for him. That'd be big for next year. I
just don't think that Claypool is a number one receiver or the future receiver like the Hines Ward, AB, even guys like I used to love. My mate Itzinsberg made a video about DHB the other day, right? Darius Hale Bay. I love those kind of dudes because they showed heart and talent, man. I just don't see it with Claypool right now. And I want to prove me wrong. Go out there and have one of the best games. But I think it is that new age where people are celebrating their success and thinking it's all them, but you still have a quarterback throwing you the football. I just don't. This TikTok stuff really annoys me. I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over. You go onto Instagram Reels, and when you get stuck in that loop, you ever been in that loop where you're in there and you go on, and you get to yourself and you're like you've just seen all these people. You don't know them. You get all the energy from them, and it's the same theme. Like there are like 5 or 6 videos that are viral right now, and those 5 or 6 just keep doing different things and different soundtracks. And it's like everyone's trying to be a star, and I get it. We're on the YouTube stuff, right? But that's why I contradict myself 100%. I do, but I'm better than you guys. No, not the viewers. I'm better than those other idiots on the Instagram Reels. If that makes sense. Like I'm just sick of seeing the same stuff. I'm seeing all the same stuff on the Instagram Reels. I'm seeing all the same TikTok dances. I'm seeing, and it is in our life now. And Jed Devil says, look, I use YouTube is all I use. Me too. I use YouTube, Instagram, Messenger, and Facebook, right? Twitter, I'm not on there. I don't know what to do on there. But it's like, as an athlete, I guess we are going through that transition where he's getting $1 million from Nike for doing.
Yeah. I mean, I would go dance on somebody's emblem somewhere for $1 million. I'll go do the Corvette somewhere.
It's crazy because I think we are. Oh, big flag, Birmingham, 21 yard away, 27. I think I told my mate Gridiron Blitz is doing this as well. I think I told him the score. I predicted the score was 27, something like this.
Oh, nice. But I think when it comes to NFL players, it falls back to that saying, they jack of all trades, master of none, so to speak. So when you start seeing players and NFL players start doing commercials or TikToks or rapping on music or coming out in films, and their play seems to take an effect of it, it kind of goes hand in hand, in my opinion. And so we're doing this on the YouTube and social media. However, we're not trying to do this and also, I don't know, create be a high performance athlete. You know what I'm saying? Those are
We're
two
not
different
doing
things.
we're not doing this at work, are we? Whatever job we have,
Right.
we're not going. If you work in a like Owen, works in the supermarket. Or like me, if I'm doing Uber, I'm not doing this while I'm doing Uber, right?
Right.
I'm not doing the same
Yeah.
time. I take my time out of the day, but it looks like TikTok for some of these fellas, and Claypool must be the number one. But besides Patrick Mahomes' brother, he's in there too. But it's like I just don't get it. It's old man me ranting. I don't fucking get it. I think it's so dumb. Just stick with Instagram. Take photos of your food. Upload that. I don't want to see anyone doing these ridiculous dances. When you and I used to go to the clubs, what do we do? You go there, have fun. No one filmed anyone. Not really, anyway. You kind of got a few photos, and like the next day, you're like, "Oh, what did I do yesterday?" You're like, "Mark, do you remember this?" You're like, "Nah."
Man, when I used to go out as a kid, everybody had a flip phone. Nobody's camera was good. Everybody looked like those Bigfoot cameras, those Bigfoot pictures. So that wasn't the greatest quality, anyways.
You got a few photos, you got a few stories, but you did stupid things, and you remind and go, "Oh, okay." Now, if you go out, everyone's filming everyone. I've been to a party, I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago, or whatever it was. I was hanging around with these 21-year-olds. I must have been 27 at the time, so 5 years ago, right? That was so nervous to do anything. They were so nervous to I don't know, be silly, be creative, or whatever, say something dumb because people had their phones out. People were filming me while I was drunk, and what I was doing, I was actually putting it on near the end. I was saying stupid things near the end to make them go, "Mark, did you remember last night? Yeah, I did that on purpose to freak you out."
The liquid courage trick. Blame it on liquid courage.
People were just like, I was being a weirdo on purpose to prove my point that you don't need to bring your phone out every single moment for someone doing something silly. Just go and do it. Like I literally went, like, this sounds bad, but I literally went around the corner and took a piss, and they're all like, "What? You can't do that." And I was like, "Why?" I'm in the dark. I'm at a party. You don't do that? Or everyone uses just go like, "Oh, that's crazy, Mark." I just took a piss.
Yeah. Well, we come from a different time, man.
I know it's weird, dude.
Yeah, when I was young, I used to go to. I came from a border town, so Mexico was right across. It was like maybe a mile away from the city limits from where I was at. So we used to go down there when we were younger, and things are different now. You can't do those types of stuff, and life has changed, and things have just becoming different. And I get it. Maybe TikTok is the future, but if it is, I don't know if I want to be a part of a TikTok future.
I've always said, okay, I'll bring it back to us calling the kettle black, or myself calling the kettle black. I've always said on this YouTube platform, for me being the content creator and trying to have fun, the minute I don't have fun, I am out. I'm walking out. The minute I don't have fun, I don't like doing this anymore. I don't like sitting in my room for 3 hours, talking football, having fun, getting you guys laughing. At least if I can do that, then I am out. I've always said that. The moment I don't have fun, and I still have fun, I have a lot of fun talking with you, talking to myself in my room, watching the game. So the thing is, I'm not doing it for self-approval of like, almost a big cut there. But these guys are just doing it for like Instagram likes. Or how many did you get? How many did you get? It's like, what the fuck? Just go out and do something. Go throw rocks. Have you ever just thrown rocks into a water?
Oh, all the time, man.
Rocks,
Me and the wife, we like to go out to Colorado quite often, and go out to the mountains, and go out to the springs out there, and hang out in nature, man. Have you ever been out to the mountains of Colorado in the States?
I lived in Banff. So I lived in Banff in Canada for 1.5 years. So like, that's what I mean. Like there was days that me and my mate, Ben, right? I had a mate over there, Canadian dude. We're at a point when I was living in Banff for about maybe a year or so. And I said to Ben one day, I was like, "Mate, what do we normally do?" He's like, "Oh, we normally go down and get lunch, have beers, and whoa, big pick six, go Scooby-Doo all the way, Scooby-Doo, where are you?" The Stallions have won the championship. That was a huge pick six.
Oh,
his name's Scooby Wright. Scooby Wright, number 33 linebacker. He's like a Spillane type too. Looks like that kind of dude. Got a pick six, and they're now 32-23. Holy dooly. Okay, what I was saying was, that's crazy. That's a big play. They have won the game now. Man, that's crazy. So what I was saying, like, there was one day when I was in Banff, and I was like, I woke up and I had the day off, and Ben had the day off, and I was like, and so some of the other fellas were working, and I was like, "Ben, what do we normally do?" And he's like, "We normally get lunch and go get beers and get drunk." I was like, "Yeah, are we not bored of that?" He's like, "Well, I guess." And then what we did was, dude, we just went for like a walk in the woods, was close near us anyway, like a local near the river, and just went skip rocks, threw rocks into rocks. We found big trees and threw them into the river. You know, just like that normal boy shit. Like we just went and just did boy shit like that.
I'm not sure if I'm frozen or you are.
Am I here?
Oh, I think you're back. I'm not sure if I was frozen or you were.
No, my internet turned off.
Oh, okay.
The Illuminati puppets saw me talking about going out in nature, and they're like, but you know what I mean? Like, just go do stuff like that. Just, like even Trey, like just go and throw rocks at stuff. Go find a tree 20 yards away, throw rocks at it for 10 minutes, and you'll be like, you know, sweet.
That's the best. But hey, Mark, I'm gonna have to jump off here pretty soon. The
firework
festivities have started, and my dogs are getting riled up.
Yeah, man. Will you enjoy tomorrow, 4th of July? Happy Independence Day to you guys in your country. Have a good time, barbecues and whatnot. Yeah, we have the Stallions are going to win this game. Yeah, thanks for coming on.
No problem. Thank you, man. We got to do this again. I truly enjoy coming on every time.
Yeah, awesome. All right, check out Stay the Steelers, and I'll run the rest of the show. But I'll speak to you later, mate. I'll kick you out.
Sounds good.
Right, see you, mate.
Y'all later. Bye.
All right, so the Stallions are going to win this game. Let me update it. Tell you what, guys, I'm getting really hot too. My room's getting hot now. Oh, dude. I will stay here to the end. What is it? 33 to 23? That's crazy. 33-23. How did that even happen? 2 minutes and 53 seconds to go. 33-23. They can still come back. Big chance. 40-yard play. Oh, my. G'day, EJ. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I had an important call about me playing pickleball this Friday. What I miss? I saw that. Remember to leave out some Budweiser or rifle for Kid Rock, and he won't bring you any fireworks. Oh, man. Yeah, that's a crazy play. Scooby-Doo. Picked off. Changed the whole game. The game's pretty much won now. Oh, Philadelphia's is coming. They're trying to come back, but still, that's a big play. 10-point swing. They need 2 scores. Yeah, sorry about that. I had my mate call me and let me know some rescheduling for what because I play pickleball. If you guys are in America, like mini tennis, and I play Fridays and Saturday. Holy dooly. So 33-23. So something happened to Jamar Smith as well. I think he went out for the Stallions. We also saw Case Cookers got hurt too. So Costello was the new quarterback, came in and threw a pick. Crazy. It's been fun. It's almost finished, guys, and I got to wrap it up soon. 2 minutes to go. Oh, wow. So this is going to be, could be the Birmingham Stallions. This drone cam is whack. Got a pick 6. So no idea this guy's first name, but Costello is a new quarterback. I think Case Cookers got knocked out. What they're showing me? Copyright. Okay. 25 yards out. 2 minutes to go. Massive. Oh, easy. Nah, dropped it. Hey, it looks cool, doesn't it? Doesn't it look cool? Right, that's why I did it, Trey, man. That's why I did it, because I wanted playoff games are fun. And this is like a bit of history. Had a chance to go back to the ball and ripped out at the very end. Ripped out. No. But yeah, before I go away, guys, because I will end this stream abruptly. It's been way too long. And once it's over, I'm out of here. But thanks for coming in. If you stuck the whole time, thank you everyone for coming in, as always. 2nd and 10, 2 minutes to go. Another pass. 7's wide open. Go 7. There you go. 7 with a nice, easy route, 10 yards. G'day, State. Thanks, mate, for coming in and saying hello. We did talk about Claypool a bit, but yeah, I'm just done with TikTok, man. I just think it's an evil app. I don't like it at all. I think it's crap. Yeah. Can't wait for the NFL, man. Not wait for the NFL. Cheers, Gene. Why am I got this on still? I had this. I don't need this on. 1st and 10. 2 minutes to go. 147 instead of before. Let's go. Big rush there. Easy touchdown. Easy. 33-29. Do we have a comeback? Onside. They might do the onside kick where they have to go the 4. I think someone said that before. Somebody said in the live chat, the onside kick where they get a chance to go 4th and I think 15 to get the football back. Oh my, got nailed and he still got it off. If they go for the onside kick, 4th and 15, we have a game. Because you're not going to go for an onside kick. You're going to go for onside play. 33-29. Make it 33-30. Down the guts. Yep. Okay. Onside conversion. Have to go for it. You have to. 4th and 12. Go for a 4th and 12. You have to. Fourth and 12 from their own 33. If you make a first down, the team retains possession. Far out. Got one play to get a first down. If you don't get it, the opposition gets the ball. Yeah, there you go. Onside kick, onside play, make it or take it. Rex, vacant, Ricky 9. So you need 13 yards to get a first down. All right. Double Monday, he said. 4th and 12. This is the whole game. Under center, doesn't know what he's doing. Now he's confused. Timeout. He's yelling at his fucking center. Did you hear him yelling?
Can I call bro back in the field and just work? No. Just go Rex make it.
So we can hear the quarterback. You wonder, can the team hear them? I don't know. All right, they're not going to get this. They look too confused. No. It's 4th and 12. One play. One actual play. This offense looks so confused. This is the worst play calling I've seen. Are they going to get this play off? 4th and 12, you have to make it. 5 wide, quarterback by himself. They're going to rush 6, rushing 6. Big play and picked. Nah, done. You had all that time. They sent 6 people and couldn't get it. Yeah, it's so weird. It feels like the other team can hear him. They sent 6 to the house and on the back foot, terrible throw. Almost got picked off. Bad throw. See you, Gene. Catch you, mate. Yeah, they're at the I think they're at the 33-yard line on 20 something. 33 Stallions to 30. So 2 timeouts. I don't think I can get the ball back. Can they? Hand off and stuffed. Timeout.
Okay, I'm trying to draw attention. You know what I mean? That's Cootie Wright's interception return seems to be different right now. And Birmingham leads it by 3 in the championship game in the USFL with 34 points scored here in the second half. I tell you what, I mean, it has been an entertaining second half. There's no doubt.
So they got 1 timeout. I think if they stop them, they have like I'm gonna say 30 seconds. But look, guys, you come to the stream, 7 of yous, holy dooly. What a day. Hall of Fame game next. Jags versus Raiders. 2nd 11, they have to run the ball here. Hand off and 2 yards. So timeout. So you get 1 play, I think. Crazy. Third and 10, and they can waste 40 seconds. That's it. Hey, here's a question for you guys. See, AJ, mate, do you reckon the USFL is back next year? That's a question. I think yes. I think it's been pretty successful. It's been a fun game. It's been a pretty good season for what I saw of the season. It was pretty fun. Remember, it's only 10 weeks. So will the USFL come back next year? Hand off and goes nowhere. So the clock's going to run down. See you, AJ, mate. Yeah. Clock's run down. 20 seconds. I have a minute left. I just went to fireworks and they literally moved it and we couldn't even see it. G'day, Bacon. Mate, you change your name every week. 4th and 9. Field goal, so it'll be 36-30. So it's you got one drive. Can the Stars win 37-6, 36? Yeah, I reckon so, man. I reckon so. I think it's gonna be fun. I might maybe next year I'll get into it. I think next year I'll try and choose a team. Maybe it will be Maulers. I don't know. We'll see. Also, depending what players come back, coaching, stuff like that. I think it's been a pretty successful. We have 33-30. Maybe they'll team up with XFL. I don't know. Imagine that. Imagine if the USFL and XFL had a championship. If whoever won this game would play the other team. That'd be cool. Oh, they're going to punt it. Why not going for a field goal? I hope they block this punt. 33-30, 51 seconds to go, 4th and 9. They're gonna do a punt. Stars may have one chance here. Return it to the house. Yeah, that would be cool. That'd be cool. But we'll see. I'm just glad that the two legs are back. Oh, coffin corner punt. Nah, he let it in, mate. You idiot. Yeah, that'd be cool. Why not? Why can't it happen? Because they've got 8 teams. Took his eye off the ball.
Extra yards. He's going to catch that ball at the 3-yard line, and Wadman knows he kicked a beautiful kick. I mean, that's as good as you can hit the ball. And the Gunners started off.
How do we have suspenseful football in July? KJ Costello, 4 for 7, 53 yards, 1 for 1, and he's got to go 75 yards for a TD or a field goal. If they go to overtime, I have to go to the restroom. I'm busting. Good completion. Oh my. No timeouts, mate. No. Tick, 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 tick. 36, 35, 34, 33, 32. Tick, 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 tick. 0. 2nd and 3, no timeouts at all. All right, need to go to the outside. He moves nowhere. He points for nowhere as well. Too much time. Throw the football. Throw it downfield. Big catch. Game over. See you later, mate. Thank you very much. Done. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. The game-winning interception was of a rollout, too much time, threw the football away, and got picked off. Stallions win it. There you go. But Stallions are favourite to win the whole thing because they had the home field advantage. Far out. All right, guys, I'm ending it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Get your fix the Wicks Trey. Say the Steelers, Daniel, Pepper, Hey Sugar, Gene, Bacon, EJ, everyone. Game's over, I think. Devil, thanks, mate. That was pretty fun, man. That was fun. Let's go. All right. Next time I'll see you on the live will probably be Hall of Fame game. Let's go Stallions. All right. Here we go, Steelers, because we're a Steelers channel. Here we go, Steelers. Here we